Don't feel any
It's
different.
also on private as well. So
Yep. I think we're
on private, public, save changes. Here we go.
there. It is.
That should be it. I think.
Yeah, I think it's coming through on my end. Just
So,
making sure. All right, let the questions start
let
rolling
the
in, I
stream
guess.
begin. Hey everyone, welcome back. It's been a long time since we've done one of these, but
Yeah, about 15 months,
yeah,
if
so a
not a little
little
more.
behind schedule, but we're back today, and hopefully we'll be answering more of your questions and doing a bit of building and chatting and little updates here and there, but should be
Yeah,
good. Welcome
that's
back,
that's
Glenn.
that's all we do on these kinds of streams is just, as the title implies, just build and we chat, and
That's it.
we should just call them Q&As now, because that's really what ends up happening.
It's closer to what it actually is, but
Yeah. At this point, it's pretty much
yeah,
pretty much true.
we're excited nonetheless.
Yeah, I think this is the first live stream I've done since our last one. Whether
Really?
it was, whether it was my own live stream or somebody else's.
Wow. Okay. Probably the
So,
same for me too.
yeah,
Actually,
it's been a while. So
Yeah,
yeah,
it's been a while because we had that awesome one with Kale. That was the last one.
yes, we had that one, and I think we had Techno Andrew on one of them.
Yeah, we did actually.
Was that the
Yeah.
first one that we did, or was that a different one? I can't remember.
I think that was on your channel, wasn't it?
That was on my channel.
It was
Now I
on your
remember.
channel. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we did that on my channel.
Yep.
See, it's been too long. I can't even remember.
Exactly, right? But we're back. All right, here we go. Hey guys, hey everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Stay positive.
Welcome to the stream, folks.
Welcome, welcome. Hey, hey, hey. A lot of familiar faces here. Perfect. All right. So Glenn today is going to be working on some projects that he doesn't want to disclose just yet. He's holding back.
Just like all of the other projects that I work on. Just don't
he likes to keep it pretty incognito, but that's all right.
Yeah, well, I'll drop some hints throughout the stream, and
we'll drop some hints. I'm sure someone's going to guess it too, because I think that's what happened.
They won't guess this one.
I won't guess. Oh, we'll see.
No, they're not going to guess it, because I've thought about this and describing in the way that I want to describe what I'm building.
He's already prepared. So
nobody's going to get
it this time.
Right. Anyways.
Anyway, well, I'll just be working on this today. I said to Glenn, I want to do a set because during these streams, I always have a project I want to do, but I never get to actually do it because we have so many questions. But hopefully today, I will be able to build this. And if I can build this, it's a good stream.
I think
so. I'm going to crack it open.
That's a good metric. So that's original unboxed.
No, it's
unboxed,
open. Right. I have the box.
Gotcha.
Close enough.
That's still pretty good.
Still pretty good. Like, I like the box bed, honestly. I don't really care, but
those old like 9-volt system sets, they go so hard. I love them.
I love them. The design. I love the blue. Like, who came up with that? Like,
I don't know. Whoever came up with those backgrounds at Lego was.
He was like at Lego going, let's have every shot of the set in this blue cave with this light coming out.
Yeah, with the hell mouth behind it. And...
so weird. Like, if you actually look, it doesn't have it on this one, but on some of the ones with track, they use I think it's like fish pebbles or something. You know, the stuff they put
it's like aquarium. It's aquarium gravel, blue aquarium gravel. It's got in there. So I don't know who came up with that, but it's so awesome. Like, it's so nostalgic at this point.
It captures the vibe perfectly.
Yeah.
I got the newspaper here. Like, what's going on here?
Is that like packing or?
This is the packaging. 2021. Oh, I thought it was going to be older, but
yeah,
not a lot going on during that time. Kale's in the room. I know what Glenn is working on.
Yeah, he does.
Kale, keep it a secret.
I just opened my my mail. I got a new photo slide today. So
ooh.
These are the original NFTs, by the way, just so you guys know. These are the original NFTs.
How'd you get that?
Is that like on eBay. So it's basically, if you're familiar with film photography at all, so you take a picture with a film camera and you come up with a film negative. Yeah. I don't know exactly how the process works, but you can get a positive color image out of that, and you can mount it on a slide mount.
Wow.
So I've got like 300 some of these, which is not a big number by a lot of comparisons, but like I have like very specific ones. Like my my search for these is actually pretty limited in subject matter, but I buy the ones that I like. So I've
That's
got
pretty cool. I've never
several,
heard that before.
probably about 330 of them at this point, and that number is only ever getting bigger.
I like it. Very cool. I did not
So-
know that was a thing. Till
So
now.
yeah, that was my mail call for today.
So there you go. Who else we got? I just saw we had a few more people. CEO of Trains. Wow. The CEO of Trains
Yeah,
is here.
the
pretty big deal.
entire, just all of Trains. We got the CEO in our
I'm feeling
in
pretty
our,
special right now.
chat.
Now,
Yeah,
Hammond, thoughts on the new FX motors and switches? Well, I don't know if I have any thoughts yet because they're currently not out. Although
so they did talk
they
about
had,
those at Brick World.
yeah,
So the new motors, it's going to be the same form factor as the old 9-volt motor, but if
Yep.
you remove, but you know where the Technic pin is that mounts up into a bogie or mounts up into a train plate?
Yep.
Basically remove that plate and you have a bogie plate. And then the FX motor is just going to be studs in that place instead. So if you were to
you don't have
if
have
you
a
were
bogie.
to add a
Right.
bogie plate onto it, you would have the exact footprint of the old 9-volt motor.
Which is
So
smart, really. I mean,
it's clever, but if I'm gonna be honest, my thoughts on it are it's not. I think FX bricks could be so much better if they applied themselves to other solutions. It's like it's perfectly fine to want to develop a brand new and better 9-volt system, which is what they're doing. But
Yeah.
I think that like they could put so much more time and effort into developing like a third and fourth generation of the PFX brick that would
Yeah.
be so much nicer. Not to say that the current one isn't, but
I think for the most part, what they have to start doing is like the whole start of it was the track, right? And that's
yeah,
where we need it the most. There's still a few motors, out on the market, pretty expensive, and they won't be any cheaper than a brand new motor from FX Bricks. But
not anytime soon.
they're starting to introduce it back into the market, right? So
Yeah, they
when
got
you
to start
start
somewhere.
getting the system and you start building it up, I honestly think the future will, have more products and services that will go beyond just the regular system of a motor and track and a control, because the control is already, I can tell from they showed a video of the prototype a while back on their channel and it's going in the right direction. So
I definitely agree. I mean, for what they're doing, like if you consider what they're doing, it's wonderful. If you
Yeah.
consider the things that they could have done that might be more relevant to people like you or me,
yeah,
it leaves a lot to be desired.
I think the biggest want from the community, probably not need for average sort of train fans who just like the 9-volt system and the simplicity of it, would be metal wheels with pickups.
Yeah,
And a way of using those pickups to just power M motors or large motors or,
it's
such
exactly
and
what I
such
want.
with their S brick, because
Yeah.
I think for steam builders especially, that's the goal. Whether, the 9-volt motor, you can sort of use it for steam trains if you're using it on the tender, but, it's not the
Yeah, but
same.
it's extremely limiting. Like you have one motor, you
is.
have one wheelbase.
That's it. If they could
Yeah.
have designed a system like, I don't know if I have one on hand, but just like a power functions motor, right? And you know how you put the wheels in
Mhm.
and that's it. If they could have designed that and then a set of wheels where they have metal connections and you could swap out the sizes of wheels, but it would still,
Yeah, that could be interesting.
but again, it's the same configuration. So you got that, small
Yeah,
wheel diameter.
you have a set
It's limited.
wheelbase.
So
Yeah.
I think what they're doing is, and again, it costs a lot of money to make all this stuff.
Oh yeah,
With injection molding and just the research and prototypes alone would cost a fair amount of money. So
certainly.
which is why it's so expensive at the moment, and hopefully it won't be like that forever. But
Yeah, well, we'll just have to see, I guess.
we'll have to see. Yeah. So that's sort of my thoughts on it.
Yeah, it's good thoughts to have.
Good thoughts to have. Got more hays. Hey, Seth Bricked. Hey.
A lot of
I do not
haze.
envy those film photographers. Lol. Glad to be using digital.
Yeah, that was one of my college classes was film photography. So
Really?
yeah, as the last, I'm sorry, it was the second to last like media art whatever
Yeah.
general education requirement I had to fill. So
Just a little elective.
yeah, I took film photography, and honestly, it was a lot of fun. So
That's cool.
yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed that.
I do appreciate it. Like it does look cool, but
Yeah, it's an art form.
it is.
Kind of difficult to do, and
No, not really. My grandpa had like 1,000. My dad has like 500. I'm guessing that's photos. That's cool.
yeah, probably.
Probably. Possibility for SPGS4 locomotive. I'm assuming that's for you because I've got no idea what that is.
So that'd be the daylight locomotive,
Ah, shit, I
but
should know that by now.
that's all right. Probably not from me.
Not for you.
If I was going to build a Southern Pacific 484, it would probably be a GS3 because I like those better.
Yep.
I like the single headlight rather than the dual beam. I think they had the Pile National dual beam headlights or a dual beam headlight. It might not have been Pile National. And then the
Yep.
Mars light above it. I like the single beam headlight. I think it's a much cleaner look. So if I was
Yeah,
going to
than
build
the
one, I'd
double.
build a GS3. But
enough.
I definitely don't have any plans for one anytime soon. I've got enough. I've got 6 steam locomotives in progress right now,
Yeah, I
Sam.
know. That's
I've got 6 of them. That's the most I've ever had. So
it's a lot.
yeah,
I mean,
I don't need a 7th right now.
yeah, it's like, well, every time someone suggests another train or a locomotive, whatever, and it's like I want to build it all, but it's like at the moment I've got too many, and it's actually a problem.
feasibly do it. Yeah, I
It's
can't feasibly do it.
yeah, I think I need a downsize or just start. Once I've like completed a locomotive, like enjoy it for a while, and then maybe just take it apart. Like that's what I did with one of my saddle tank locos a while back, and I built the Dean single out of it, and I love the Dean
Yeah.
single. And
Completely.
I was sad to lose the other
thinking.
one, but it sort of just gave me the opportunity to do so. So
There you go.
I don't know. It's probably a no for me too. Everyone done 5 wide narrow gauge locos?
No, but I convinced other people to try it.
Well, Glenn has. I don't know what mine are. I think mine is still 7. I can't break out of 7 because for minifig scale, they probably would have been 5, but the way I wanted to build it, I couldn't have.
So do you mean like 5 studs between the rails or like what?
I'm assuming 5 wide.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then, no, I definitely haven't done that either.
No, I haven't done it yet. Would like to.
That'd be
But
interesting.
again, too many projects.
Yeah, I don't want to touch narrow gauge because as soon as I do, I'm gonna
You
only
get
do
hooked.
that. Yeah, I'm only gonna want to do that for a long time, and I don't want to do that right now. So, pass.
I'm just jumping at the bottom here. Let's get on.
All right.
Here's a question. Why don't you do voiceovers for your videos with captions instead of just captions?
That's one for you, my friend.
I don't know.
You're too lazy. Just leave it at that.
Well, to be honest, I feel like a voiceover would take a lot less time than constantly typing it all. And I'm the kind of guy like double, triple checks everything. And I'm always going, I definitely spelled that right. I definitely didn't muck that up or whatever. And so honestly, it would be a lot quicker just to do the voiceovers. But I sort of like watching my own videos. And I don't like hearing the sound of my own voice. So
Understandable.
That's probably why. If I had a different voice, maybe. Sorry, Scott. How's the A4 going, Sam? Oh, there's another question I get a lot.
How's the A4 going, Sam?
Not great. It's been, I'm looking at it right now. I've probably worked on it since I think I started Patreon back in, when did I start Patreon? Probably back in 2020 at the start. It's, I've done so many changes to it, and it's had so many rebuilds and mods and all that, and I've never been happy with what I've done. And like, I want to build it, and it's, it's one of those ones where everyone knows it. There's a little bit of pressure to get it right. Well, there's not really, but
I'm going through that. No, I'm
I put
going through
pressure
that
on
right now.
myself. I mean, you understand, right, Glenn? Like,
I
it's
completely understand.
you want to get it right, or you don't want to.
This engine that I'm working on is exactly the same. I have exactly the same feelings about.
Yeah. So all I can say is I'm not going to show it today because it's really in bits and pieces.
It's a good reason.
I think it'll happen when I just have a breakthrough, and it's one of those builds where sometimes you just got to keep working, and you'll never really be happy with it until like all of a sudden you've just figured out everything and you know what to do, how it's going to be built, and I don't know. It's just, it takes time.
It does.
Yeah. I mean, some models you just get lucky, right, Glenn? Like there might be a build where you're just going along and everything's just coming together like perfectly, and you're so happy about it too. And you might have like just so much enthusiasm about building it where you sort of get carried away a bit.
Yeah, I've been there too.
Yeah, so it just hasn't been that logo for me, unfortunately. But
completely understandable.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly,
you'll know after a while. Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, they can't all be like that.
No, they can't. And it's frustrating, and that's why
It is,
there are days where I go,
oftentimes you want them to be like that.
Yeah. That's the challenge, I think.
Yeah.
I'd say the Deltic was that one where it clicked, like the front nose cab area. I know it wasn't perfect, but for me, I figured it out early on.
Yeah, no, dude, I saw the Deltic picture that you posted today. That makes me want one of those, and I have no
idea.
I have no idea about them, but I want one of those.
It's so nice. Well, it's sort of like those, it's sort of like a Santa Fe, right? And I know
it's just kind of one of the ones that's just precedes itself.
Do you know the class of those, like that Lego Santa Fe one? Is that a EM?
Yeah, it's an EMD F3.
EMD F3. So it's kind of got that same
F7
styling to it, right?
Yeah, it's the I forget what they call the styling, but yeah, you're basically on the money there.
That's it. So, yeah. I think, what were we talking about? Getting in the flow, A4. Yeah, the A4 is a work in progress. Moving on. Planning to display at Caulfield or Brickvention or both? Hey, Cade. Cade's actually in my Lego club.
Nice.
Melbourne Lego Train Club. He's one of our new members. I don't know if I'm going to have time to display at Caulfield, only because of uni. I've got a few classes this semester, so I'll have to see. Brickvention. I really want to do Brickvention again because for all those who saw my layout, which I posted a while ago now, that was back in Jan or Feb, it was really fun to display and to actually have people, in person, like get to see what you build. Because, most times I go to shows, I just bring, a few trains and all that, and it's awesome. But like, I don't know, it's a lot different when you actually bring a section that you've built, because it gets a lot more attention. People can actually stop and admire it.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a great experience just to meet heaps of other Lego builders too and all that. So if I have time, I'll try and do a module for Brickvention again. But at the moment, I've been pretty heavy on the layout. Probably doesn't look it from here, but there's a lot of projects at the moment over there.
Jury's still out on that decision.
Yeah. I haven't decided yet, but hopefully it's a yes. Maybe answer. Something smaller. Hi. British Bricks, have you ever thought of making Dubs and Co. number 4101 crane tank engine? I'm not
Is that the one
familiar
that
with it.
is that the one that Alexander did for Octrainber last year?
Could have been.
I'm
He
not
definitely
familiar,
did
but
a
that,
crane engine. I'm not sure if it's that one.
I
It
mean,
could be actually.
that's the only Australian crane engine I know. So, and I only learned about it because Alexander posted it. So,
Yeah, that was awesome. I actually saw that working at Brickvention.
yeah.
It's so cool.
I am looking forward to the day when I finally get to meet that dark magician in person.
He is amazing. He could literally build anything, and he doesn't have to just build trains. Like he builds trains because he likes trains, but
Yeah,
he could do anything. Honestly,
he could. He just knows his way around the parts.
he does.
Like that's the mark of a truly good Lego builder. Like you can build
Yeah.
trains, but if you know how to like,
If you can conceptualize it just
Yeah.
in your head with the parts that you know of, and you can just see something already happening,
yeah,
you're a master builder.
that's a mark. That's a mark right there.
Yeah. Does Glenn have a YouTube channel? Glenn, do you have a YouTube channel?
I have had a YouTube channel since 2009,
Before me.
long before you.
We'll link it. Can I put it in the description?
You probably can.
Edit.
Yeah. So just so you know, I have been around for a lot longer than Sam has, but Sam is way more famous than me.
Yeah.
So that's how this
No.
relationship works. I stream with him so I can get bigger, not the other way around.
Not true at all. Is it Streamlined Bricks, or did you change it? I think
it should be just my name
you
far
changed
as
it to Glenn Holland, didn't you?
Yeah, it's just my name.
That's something we need to talk about because
What, my name?
no, not your name. Your name's fine. I
Oh,
think
you're
it's
thinking
British
of
Bricks that needs to change.
Oh.
And I've been thinking about this a lot.
Yeah,
And I don't really. I mean, okay, let me know if that you see Glenn's YouTube in the description channel.
So like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah, like, subscribe, like all these videos, and make sure you watch them all.
I did actually finally upload new YouTube videos this month. The last time I posted was July of last year, and then I finally uploaded.
It was a bit of a break, but I take breaks too.
Yeah, exactly.
I've been pretty slow at the moment, so
doing other things. So, but I finally uploaded again, and I've got at least 3 videos that I can either upload very quickly or make and upload. So
you hear that?
Been thinking about that content. I'm not dead. So
he's not dead. We
not
don't
dead
just
on YouTube,
die and forget about you.
That's right.
We are here. We're still around. Have faith. Have faith.
That's right.
Yo, they're back. I miss these streams. That's awesome, Elijah. Thanks for coming back. We're happy to be here.
Yeah, just so you know, Elijah, I wasn't there this year, but Elijah Stewart, this guy is like a teenager, and he built the coolest Duluth Masabian Iron Range Yellowstone and brought it to Brick World this year, and it was awesome.
How can I just say?
I'm pretty sure he won the BMR Judges Award for that engine this year.
Okay, so he's just like another up and coming teenager who's going to take us over any day now.
He's going to get. He's pretty much already better than me, so.
He's probably better than me if he's better than you. So.
It's hard to keep up these days. I'm telling you.
Glenn, we're falling behind, man. Like, I know, honestly.
These Gen Z folks, man, and they're building skills.
So much time. I don't have.
I know.
I used to have a lot of time. That's what I remember people used to say. Like, how do you have so much time? It's like because I wouldn't study at school. I just do this all day, every day.
That's right.
Like,
I work.
Now I'm like.
Exactly. I work like full time during the week, and so oftentimes in the evening it's just either I'm too tired to do Lego, or sometimes I get really inspired, which is what I am right now. But like, you either find yourself as you become an adult, you either find you have a lot of time or you have no time at all.
No time.
Yeah, there's hardly a happy medium between them.
I'd like to say though, it's nicer having less time. You appreciate it a lot more when you just get to sit down and do this, and you're not really stressed about anything, and it's all,
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah, you learn to appreciate your time more.
yeah,
Totally.
I think we missed a few questions.
We got
How's the Delta going? Delta's good. I posted a photo of it on Flickr the other day that we are just talking about. I had to shorten the height because it was really tall. And it still probably is really tall for some reason, which I don't know why, because...
scale it is relative. Just do what looks right.
Yeah, I'm not as, think of a better word, strict about the scale of my trains anymore. I'm sort of just like, if it looks good, looks good.
There you go.
Just be happy with it, because there's a time where it's not perfect by that much. It's not right. Yeah. And it was too stressful to build like that. Like, it wasn't fun at all.
Yeah, I don't have fun when I build anymore for that exact reason.
Exactly. Don't do what Glenn's doing.
I honestly one of my legitimate recommendations if you try to do Lego is not to do what I do.
Yeah.
I make a lot of stupid decisions.
Yeah. Don't do what Glenn does. Be happy.
Yeah. Yeah.
You'll
thank yourself, and you'll thank yourself for it, and you'll thank me later.
Oh no, that's not true.
Dude, the comment after the question after the one asking if I had a YouTube channel is probably my favorite one of the stream so far.
No, he has a YouTube channel. He's been around longer than me. Come on,
no, it's the one after that.
What is it?
The comment
Australian?
After, yeah, that one.
Yeah. Oh wow, the comments just uploaded. We're already getting behind.
Cracks me up every time.
Yeah, Eddie Studios. I am Australian, and this is the whole dilemma with the channel because
it's so funny.
Everyone always says, and I feel so guilty. They always go something like, "Oh, it's so nice to see another British YouTuber out there. It's always nice to see." The name is so misleading.
Guess what?
I'm not British. What do I do?
You're not even any of the right hemispheres.
No, not even close.
Oh man.
Do I change the name? And if so, give me some ideas, because I was looking, at names that were taken the other day. Like I was thinking, what do I call myself? Because is it too late?
Hard question to answer.
What's a good name for my channel?
I've rebranded twice.
You've rebranded twice.
Yeah.
What were you originally?
I forget what it was originally, honestly.
6 Wide Bricks, wasn't it?
That was my Flickr name.
That was your Flickr name.
That was my original Flickr name.
Old school Flickr.
Yeah, that is like coming straight out of the 2000.
Go find that. If you got free time,
sure,
go and look at old school Glenn Flickr.
Yeah, it's quite a trip down memory lane.
Yeah,
honestly. My Flickr handle is Streamline Bricks still, but
yeah.
But yeah, it used to be. Well, so actually before the 6 Wide Bricks days, it was Long Live 9V. Which is a real throwback.
See, you are a die-cord fan. I knew you were. You're a hardcore
fan. Dude, I appreciate 9V, honestly. I do enjoy some 9V. But
it's coming out now,
I mean that's a soft spot. I mean that's what I started with, and it's always going to be there in my heart.
It'll always be in your heart.
I mean, obviously, but now it's all I'm all about the everything else.
Yep, you literally could not be further from 9V.
And it's pretty much,
and it's really sad, but we'll get you back.
Yeah, eventually.
I'm running the campaign here. 9V's coming back. Get on it. Support FX Tracks because I need your support. What they're doing is amazing. Buy it today. I just bought. How much track did I get the other day? Which I'd been needing to do for a while for the layout. I think I got some beautiful 72 radius curves. The new R56 curves. I need some tighter track for my secret project.
There
it's not
you
really
go.
Secret, but
secret enough.
And some more straights. And they've recently sold out of the half straights. Mm-hmm. So half of a normal straight track, which is good to see. I'm glad to see that. Please support it. It's awesome.
It's nice to have 9V track available.
Don't take it for granted, because if it goes, I'll tear my hair out.
You don't want that to happen.
Yeah, we don't want bald British bricks.
Yeah, save Sam's hair. Buy 9
Save
volts.
Sam's hair. Buy FX, please.
All right, we got to move on.
All right, we're moving on. So yes,
All
I'm
right.
Australian, and we might be changing the name.
Yeah, we'll figure that out later.
We'll figure that out later.
The
We're
crane
so
tank is the
behind.
basis of Harvey the Crane from Thomas and Friends.
Okay. No, then.
I figured that was going to be the answer.
Yeah, I don't do any of that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
on this
Sam
channel.
despises Thomas the Tank Engine.
I hate it. No, I don't hate it, and I don't judge, but it's
got its place.
It's got its
You know,
place in my
even now and
early
even,
childhood.
yeah.
And people always remind me that I have trains that are somehow connected to the show and all that. And I just love trains.
There you go.
I've always loved trains, and I would watch old tacky 70s, 80s videotapes of them when I was young. I was devoted for them long ago.
Those are the best, man.
Yeah. Tacky to some.
Best. Dude, I mean, like that's where the what was the yellow steam engine that you built for Octrainberg?
Yeah.
That's where that came from.
That was that. It was what's it called? Steam Trains of Australia, 1985 or something like that.
There you
and
go.
It's like literally
go buy it on eBay.
Go buy it on eBay. Support them. Do it. Yeah. I should become a salesperson. So yeah, I'm a train builder, not a Thomas builder.
There you go.
There we go.
You just happen to build sometimes
within
the there you go.
There you go.
No more explanation needed.
Yo, BB, British Bricks. Have you thought of making a Furnace Railway K2?
That's Edward from Thomas and Friends, in case you weren't aware.
No.
I think we just answered that question.
I'm not a huge fan of 4.0s in general, I gotta say.
Yeah, that's awful because I love
4.0. Not your 4.0s.
Oh, okay, yeah.
British 4.0s. The old.
Fair. It's fair.
Yeah. They're just a bit. They don't have a lot.
They're not for you.
I like the ones with the big splashes and all that, but can't say I'm a huge
fan
of them in general.
Some of them go hard a bit.
Make it blue with no. Sorry. Sorry, Eddie.
Blue
Hello,
H.
British Bricks. I'm a big fan of your channel, and I was wondering if you did any requests. Here's the request. Could you build a Class 47? I'm really bad with the numbering.
Could he? Yes.
I already built a 47? I could. Oh, yeah.
He doesn't remember his own fleet.
Okay. I just looked it up. I know what he's talking about. I'd love to. Doesn't translate that great in 7 wide because when you're building in 7 wide, like I do, and you want to build diesels, you will find the hardest thing to do is that split windscreen. It just does not work in 7 wide.
It never does.
Ever. I cannot do it because there's so many trains that I'd love to build that have a split screen at the front, and it's just unachievable. I don't know how many times I've tried and failed.
You tried enough to know the answer to that question.
Yeah. So I'd love to. It'd be great in 6 wide. I think you should have a go in 6 wide. I'm sure you could come up with something awesome, but I'm sorry to let you down.
Yo, this looks sick.
Elijah popped off at Brickworld. Shame you couldn't get the Milwaukee Road engine running.
Next year, man.
Next year, General Hammond.
Next year, Elijah.
Next year. I want to see his builds now. How was Brickworld? Can we talk about Brickworld? You went to Brickworld. That's like the biggest event ever.
Yeah.
I'm so jealous I didn't get to go.
It was pretty sick, from what I heard. Dude, I'm gonna.
Oh, you didn't go?
No, I did not go.
I just assumed you went. Oh,
I've only been to Brickworld in 2015.
Right.
But dude, I'm gonna link you Elijah's Flickr.
Please do. Yeah, I've seen so many videos. I was so upset that I didn't just make the trip up. I mean, it's a big trip, but it looked amazing. I think next year I'm going to plan the trip, and I'm sure Glenn's going to come up. And
if you come, I might be convinced.
Yeah, I think we should do that because honestly, watching that video, like not just train stuff, like just like some of the Lego models
Yeah,
there.
the rest of
awesome.
it there. Yeah,
Oh,
Brickworld is a fun place to be.
yeah. Like, I need my phone because I can't remember off the top of my head. Like, there was the Harry Potter build that I saw from that new YouTuber. He's not super new. You know, Cheesy Studios, Glenn? He's a cool guy.
I'm not up on Lego YouTube.
Yeah, well,
I'm
take
hardly
my
up on
word. He's a
I'm
cool
hardly
guy.
I'm hardly up on YouTube for myself, and I'm like
Yeah.
still like at least half a week behind on the YouTube channels that I do subscribe to and watch. So
I don't know how, because that's all I do. But
I wish.
he had a really cool video that like showed the whole of Brick World. I thought he covered it really
Yeah.
well. He had this awesome, like, I'm not a huge Harry Potter fan. Like, I know I've got the Hogwarts Express, but he had like this Hogwarts clock tower that was awesome.
Yeah, there's the good building always comes out of the woodwork at Brickworld.
Oh yeah. Rich Boy Jay on his channel showed like they did this whole thing dedicated to like the old Lego Star Wars game, like the first one.
That's
and they had
awesome.
like built every level of the game, like a little
I
section.
I
Did
saw
you see
that.
that?
I saw
How
a couple
cool
of
is
those.
that?
That was so.
Oh.
And dude, my favorite part of that was they had like the
The
assemblies
health bars.
of the
Yeah,
HUD
yeah.
on it. That was so cool.
I
I
love
love
it.
that.
Did you? I assume you've played those games,
Oh yeah, dude. I had them on PS2.
mate.
Like some of the most best.
the
That and the
best.
Indiana Jones games were awesome.
Yes.
Like
Yes,
that's like
yes, yes.
prime, like growing up in the thousands kind of gaming right there.
Oh, I'd love to rebuild that episode in Indiana Jones where it's like the crane train, or the circus train.
Yeah, dude. That I don't know if he ever did it in real life, but I think
Carl
Carl
Greatrix did that.
Carl
Yeah,
Greatrix
he did
worked
that.
for the he designed those
Yeah.
models for the
Because he
the
worked for
actual game.
TT Games.
Yeah, he did. At least he did. Nobody's
I
ever
think
heard
so.
anything from Carl anymore, but yeah, he at
It's
least used
sad.
to work for TT Games. So
Yeah.
you can go on his Flickr. I think his photos.
Yeah,
are
you
still
can
posted
see
of, like,
the old
the
photos.
renders
I've looked at
of
them so many times because I just
yeah.
go, wow.
Oh,
The
it's
parts
it's
usage
it's
in that
cool.
time,
It's just cool modeling. I mean, it's just
amazing.
Carl Greatrix has always been ahead of its time, but even still, like those
Way ahead. He still
movie
is the
models are
greatest.
just
I mean, honestly.
something else.
I mean, yeah. Wow. So I think we're going to have to do a Brick World tour next year.
So Kale texted me just now that he says you, me, hopefully Nate Brill, and British Bricks at Brickworld next year.
We have got to do it.
So
I'm locking it in.
if you don't know Nate Brill is the guy that did that Erie triplex model.
The Erie one, the Insane Green?
The 28882. Not Insane Green, but he did it in like pearl silver or whatever the color
was.
was.
Oh, no. Sorry. Yep. Now I know what you're talking about. Yep.
So that's Nate Brill, and he actually led the charge in 3D printed steam locomotive driving wheels. Shup's Brick Train Shop. If
Is
you've
that
ever
him?
bought
Is
from
that
him,
Shup's?
yeah, that's Shup.
Shup's.
So
wow.
Nate Brill was for a long time one of the Penn Lug train guys, and Nate had to take care of other life commitments and is not around anymore physically. He's obviously he's alive, but he's in another part of the country.
He's not here
and
physically.
Kale and I are trying to get him back to Brickworld and try and get him building again, because Nate Brill was one of those guys before me. I'll brag on myself for a moment. I pushed the envelope map now. Nate Brill was one of the original envelope pushers. Like that, the things that man did, and the things that man was able to
at the
get
time
out of
was
power
like,
function.
I would stare at that for hours on end, wondering like,
it still holds up against any model being made right now. It is just ridiculously impressive.
I can't handle it.
So we're trying to get him back at Brickworld, and if he goes, I'm going, and if you go, I'm going. So hopefully Brickworld.
I don't have a choice anymore.
Brickworld 2023 is just going to be nuts
2023.
now.
2023. Okay.
All right, we're making that happen.
Let's do it. Is it every 2 years? Is it?
I think it's every
oh no!
year.
Wait, what year is it?
Brickworld is every year.
Sorry, I'm still living in 2021.
Yeah, same honestly. Oh my gosh.
It's 2022.
There you
right.
go. Yeah. Next year we'll make it work.
Yeah.
Should we move on?
Let's move on. Okay.
I think.
I
All,
think
all,
a Tate
yeah.
EMU would be interesting.
What's a Tate
Tate?
EMU?
I want to know now. I'm just going to use the computer. Sorry to everyone if we're really behind. This is
No,
what always
we'll get there.
happens.
This is just the way that our
Oh,
streams
that's
work.
a red rattler. That's how I know it.
All right, I'll
It's
assume
a
that's
Aussie train.
interesting. And there you go.
It's really you'd really like it, Glenn. It's very
All
old
right,
school.
I'm gonna look it up now. Tate
Look it up
EMU.
because it's quite cool. Yeah, I've always actually wanted to build one because
Oh, that's cool. I like
obviously
that, dude. That's
my
like
part of the world.
that's an
and Victoria.
Australian red New York subway. I like it.
It is really cool.
That is neat.
Oh man.
Thanks for bringing that up. I don't want to build one, but I like it.
You know, again, I'd love to, and
Well, you're British Bricks, so you can't.
I'm British Bricks, but this is why I need to change the name because I do want to start building more Australian trains. Like there are a few that
I would love to see you
really
model.
catch my eyes, and
All right, one off the top of your head, what catches your eye?
I think it would have to be I think it's a 482 narrow gauge locomotive. It runs on 3-foot gauge. I don't know the class. It's from the Pitchy Ritchie line. Do you know that?
I'm gonna look
By
it
any
up.
chance? Alex has built a few locos from it, and he might have built the same one that I'm thinking of. I don't actually know if he has.
Is it
Oh, man, what is it?
WAGRW class, West Australian?
Yeah,
Government
that's
W
it.
class. Dude, that thing looks cool.
It's really cool.
Look at dude, that's driven. That's got the third driver driven. That's weird.
Yeah, right.
You don't see
It's
that
really
very much.
weird, but I love
That's
it.
neat though,
Like,
dude. That's cool.
it's cool, isn't it?
I like
it's a
it.
nice color scheme.
It is.
It's on 3-foot gauge, which is sick. Like,
Yeah, that's interesting.
who doesn't love that? Not
Yeah,
narrow gauge, but
narrow
not
gauge is
standard
cool.
gauge. It's really cool.
I'm
So
about that. That would be cool.
I'd love to do something like
so
that.
yeah, once you change your name, you'll celebrate with that model.
Yeah. Once I'm Aussie Bricks, it's
There you go. That's
It's
the
on it.
name. You heard it here first.
no. Can confirm
All right.
Alex is phenomenal with his builds. Yep, Kay,
Yep,
he is.
knew that
Alex is a
already. I follow him
superstar.
on Flickr.
Hey, any opinions on the newer Lego City trains that came out in Europe last month and coming to the US and a few other countries in a couple
I
of
guess
days?
those
Those are the new ones. Have you seen
the new
those?
yeah, I've seen them. I haven't physically seen them, but I've seen the photos. I mean, they're about what you expect from city trains now.
I'd say they're more than what I'd expect, to be honest. Like, I think they're better than previous. I mean, the last one we got, the yellow and blue, that was disgusting. I remember I bought that to
so
review
it was bright light orange and blue. It worked
cool
kind
color
of well.
scheme. But
I like the dark blue, but yeah, big ugly front pieces I've never been about.
Disgusting.
Now I will say I don't care for the front design of this new one any much better.
Really?
It just doesn't do it for me. Now I'm a Steam guy through and through, but you are. Yeah,
I would say it's the best front they've ever done, and that's a huge call bet. It's the color scheme. I think it's disgusting. I mean, I like lime on my one, but
I'm not a fan of lime.
No, I mean,
but it's on par for city trains. It's got to be a flashy passenger train, and then some.
I hate the doors as well, like, and the roof. I don't think it's a great set. I think the front's really cool, and they could have made it even better because I think the front styling is very, very similar to those Eurostar trains. Those
I think they should have
models.
I think they should have just fully committed to the Eurostar look.
That's obviously what they were going for, right?
Because I know it's not
the shape.
It's not the same product line, but the Horizon Express, like that.
That's what they did, right?
Yeah, you can still do that in
exactly.
You can do an even dumbed down version of that in the city trains or the whatever it is. But
yeah, I mean,
that's my frame of reference. But I mean, it's city trains.
It's city trains. Don't expect much.
Yeah, you get what you pay for. But like honestly, if you're gonna start out,
the cargo train's pretty cool. Like it's a very weird design, very European with the front section and all that.
Yeah, it's kind of
fun.
It's the definition of hodgepodge.
Yeah, it's. I think again the color scheme of that loco isn't great. It's a bit like futuristic.
I think it's just they tried a little bit too hard to be modern looking, but
I feel like they're really pushing nowadays and this is city section in general. Sorry, I don't know why, and this might be just me. I might be just talking crap, and let me know if I am. But everything they do now, like from the cars to the buses to everything, it's all electric. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Everything's like super, modern,
It's
and it's all
very like
because the crocodile
progressive
train
design features. Yep.
electric.
Mhm.
The last 2 city trains were both electric. I'm pretty sure that green one was electric as well. I just don't know why. I don't feel like they do a big diesel train,
No,
and I'm
not
not
as
sure
much
they do a
anymore.
steam train either. Maybe steam train, maybe.
I think I would, not to get political, but I would almost assume that a lot of that is just
Definitely,
just kind of
it's they're
what people. Yeah,
pushing it a little
that's
bit.
what that, but maybe I think it's what people's modern frame of reference is.
I mean, like I've got nothing against it. Like
No, no, not at
I'm
all.
all
I mean,
for it, but it's
I'm happy to
in
have
terms
Lego
of
train
modeling
sets.
something that's not a physical. It's not an actual diesel. It's still a
Yeah,
battery operated Lego
yeah. I
train,
mean,
so it's not going to kill the planet. But I don't know. There's definitely some agenda to it that they're sticking
I
to,
think
and
there certainly could be, but I mean that's
it's good
go
to
email Lego
inspire kids to
HR or
think that
whatever.
way and all that. But I don't
Yeah,
know.
I mean, I like diesels. I like buying diesels and building diesels and sets. I don't care about
Yep.
building electric. It's not as big a deal to me, but it is. I would like to see a little bit more variety without, I guess I would say, without trying too hard to be modern and sleek and
Yeah, I
stuff
think
like
so
that.
too.
Good answer.
Good answer. There we go. Great live streams. Anyways, got to go. See you all. Thanks for coming. See you. See you. See you. We're losing
Yep.
people. I think.
See you later.
I don't know
20
what
minutes
time it
later.
is in the UK, but I'm guessing it's
Yeah, it's probably
ridiculously
like
late.
3 a.m.
It's
maybe
2:50
later.
a.m. I'm
Oh,
so
there you
sorry.
go.
I'm building Santa Fe, the Blue Goose, right now. I have the engine
That's
proportion
Elijah.
sitting at 80% complete, but it's generally a hard engine to build because of the color.
So it's two-tone blue and then like flat metallic silver.
Ow, that
Yeah.
hurts. Blah blah blah. Let's have a skip down. Aussie representation. Thanks, Robot Spark. Eurotrains. I'm Australian too. Awesome.
Not
Eurotrain.
British Bricks is
Good
the
name.
best name
Not British
so
Bricks.
far. Best one so far.
I think that's actually Figs for Ferrum. I like it. Thoughts on the Hogwarts Express rumors? Ooh.
Want one? Will probably not buy one.
I'm probably the same, but I feel like I almost have to compare it after everyone says I slammed the last set, which I didn't. I wasn't really trying to slam it.
Well, no, it's a different set.
Yeah, this is a problem with captions because people don't read what I'm putting down. It's like they read as attack, and I'm just saying this is wrong.
Yeah, it's
This is
just
wrong. This is wrong. This is wrong.
yeah, the
I'm not trying to be a
tone
dick.
is
It's
lost.
just
Yeah, no, the tone
it's-
is lost in captions. So that means you should start doing voiceovers.
yeah. I don't want to.
I'm kidding.
We'll see. I'll probably get it. In terms of what my expectations for the set are,
Well, it's supposed to
I
be
am
UCS
not,
style.
but I'm not expecting a huge train. I'm expecting,
I think it's going to be engine tender, one passenger car, and then a lot of figures.
yeah, and a
I
station
think
as well. Station's going to take up a bit too, because
yeah,
it's King's Cross, and
yeah,
they'll want to do the whole platform switches around. You
yeah,
got all the
probably.
details on the platform and all the
It's
additional stuff you don't really care
it's
about.
gonna be the crocodile, but Harry Potter, but it'll still have a few more play features.
It'll be like the Disney one.
Yes,
That's where you're looking at. And the train might be all right. I think the
I mean,
worst thing they can
I'm
do
interested in it.
is, I mean, it'll be 7 wide. I definitely reckon it will be after the crocodile. Maybe not. The tender might be 6 and the loco might be 7 to save
Yeah,
them
I would
parts.
expect it to kind of follow the
Emerald Knight kind of
theory.
pattern.
Yeah, the theory of the Emerald Knight or the Disney train. Probably the Disney train.
Yeah. My expectations aren't high. I think it'll look nice as a Lego set. Like the train will still look cool. It won't be pinpoint accurate.
Yeah,
I mean,
I think that there will be room for modification with it.
We'll
I
see.
bet
I'm sure I'll do a video
would,
of like me turning it into something that probably looks a bit more like the actual prototype rather than, just
That's
a
what
set.
that's the next set that people are going to do that with. That's going to be like the next baseline. Like the Disney set was like the baseline for, okay, you can transform this into a bit of a better 440.
That's
You will
what
be able to take
Andrew
yeah,
did,
you'll be able
right?
to take this Hogwarts train and then do the same thing better than you could do it with the old one or the
Yeah.
most recent one.
I think so too.
Good answer.
So that's where I'm at on it.
Yeah, same. I'd love to get one, but I probably never will. Same with the Titanic, by the way.
Yeah. Titanic's too much.
I know.
I do want that new castle though.
Dude,
Really
yeah,
bad.
that looks awesome.
So cool. So
Hashtag
cool.
save Sam's hair.
Thanks, Kate. FX Trackers, awesome. We're trying to do an LG MS layout at a train fest. I wonder
For the
what that
9-volt
is.
interlude.
LG
Well, it won't
MS.
I'm going to be that guy, but it won't technically be LGMS because LGMS is plastic track, period. But
Where
I
is?
get,
Do you know
I get
where
what
it
you're going
is?
for.
What club is it?
No idea.
No
Well,
idea.
LGMS is the modular standard that
Okay.
that has been I helped create, I guess.
What happened?
I'm not involved with it anymore, but there you go.
Blah 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 blah. We talked about that.
Actual
I hope we get
rod
actual rod pieces.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah, I don't think it's
Me
gonna
too,
happen.
but
I mean,
love
they could have done it with the
440s.
crocodile. They didn't. And this is what annoys me with Lego. Like, they'd rather spend a crap ton of money making some stupid specialized piece for like video sets and all that.
Yeah,
They
but they
can't
won't.
fork out enough money to make some rods. Like,
Yeah,
why not? Do
I
it.
don't know.
I don't know.
Love 440s. Same.
Could you build the hush hush? Probably not. I don't like the hush
You
hush.
could, but you don't want it.
I could, but I don't want to. I noticed you made a narrow gauge Queensland sugarcane error. Are there any other plants to make? Yeah, I think we talked about that. I wouldn't do Puffing Billy. Alex has already done all of that. And
Yeah, that's Alex's domain through and through.
I won't touch it.
In multiple
It's
scales, by the way.
multiple scales.
Yeah.
So probably not. Oh, yeah, he's got a brickfest. Oh, we're really behind. We sort of covered all that.
Yeah, most of it we did.
Tricked me with the name British Bricks. Sorry, Spud. Just keep letting people down. I just replayed Lego Indiana Jones on my Xbox literally 2 days ago. Such a good game.
Nice.
Such a good game.
That was back before, like, we never had, like, the save cards for PlayStations, so it was always just play. Yeah, it would always just play and then turn it off and then
genuine
start over.
tears.
Yeah,
Genuine tears.
I know.
Have you recovered from your Sand Red Bricks order yet? Yes, I have. Thankfully. I sold a lot of stuff and I've been working like crazy lately, which is probably why I haven't had a lot of time to do any videos.
See,
paying off that debt. Yeah, but I'd say I'm back to buying more stuff.
Nice.
So the world is back in balance. Pitchy Richie's. Oh, South Australia. Yeah, it is South Australia. Cool.
How do you get so many bricks? You buy them.
You buy them with money. Yeah. Actually, how do you get so many bricks? You work.
Yeah,
you work like crazy.
You work a lot, hard. and then you pay enough money for yourself to live until your next paycheck, and then you spend the $3 you have left on Lego.
Prioritize, work hard.
Yeah, it's
Lego.
Yeah, Lego is at the bottom of your priorities list, as Sam and I know.
Yeah,
at least it should be.
Don't overdo it.
Not a financial advisor.
You got heaps of time. Life gives you plenty of time. Just don't rush. I'm
gainfully employed in 2 places right now, so that helps a little bit.
How do you get so many? Oh, we just answered that.
It just did that one.
I'm slowing down. Hello there. This is a duck. It's almost 3 here in the UK. I'm so sorry for that. Hopefully you have time to watch this. Maybe leave a question, go to bed, and I'm sure we'll answer it.
Yeah, we'll get to the questions.
You can watch in the morning.
There you go.
The artist formerly known as British Beats.
That's a good one, Kale.
What am I going to call myself? Where is that? A4. We talked about that. We
talked about that. We're not going to mention the A4 for the rest of the stream. Sam, I will say before we stop talking about the A4, I still want to be first in line for one of those.
Yeah. As soon as I've figured out the pattern and I've got it all done, I'm just going to give it away.
Can't wait.
And I'm serious. because the
Can't wait.
A4 I love, and everyone should have one, but I haven't figured it out yet.
By the way, I'm probably going to have something like that for you at the end of this year.
Yes. Technically, I'm in bed. Could you possibly do a Victorian Railways R Class 4604? I think I know what that is.
I always
maybe
like
I
a good Hudson. Alexander did
Victorian-
that. Unless I'm thinking
Yeah,
of
I think he
something
did.
else.
Or did he
Yeah,
do
he
the
did that.
462? Oh no, he's definitely done
He
that.
did the 462. That's the one. They look.
I don't.
They look.
No,
very
yeah,
similar.
he's done that.
Yep.
I didn't realize it was a full.
Yeah,
64.
Alexander did that one, and then he worked
He's
with
done that.
Conus
It's
to do
perfect.
the streamlined version. Yeah,
Yeah. It's weird. I sort of don't have any because I'm from Victoria, but I don't really not like, but really am interested in any Victorian trains. So like I love the Pitchy Ritchie line, which is in South Australia. There's there's one I'd really like to do, which is from Tasmania.
that'd be cool.
It's what's it called? It's like this. It runs on. You've probably seen it because Alex has done that huge scale of it. It runs on like the middle track. It's got like the tooth
rack.
track. Yeah, the rack logo. What's it
Mhm.
called? The ABT. I think it's the ABT logo.
Probably what it is.
Something like that, which used to haul copper up
There
in
you
the
go.
copper mines there. So I'd really like to do that. And then I love my sugarcane trains. Love them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Want to
I
do
love
more.
that one too.
Yeah, that was a really fun one. So
issue
probably
I've
no.
been
Sorry, you go, Glenn.
The issue I've been hearing with rods is strength issues. Considering rods are 13 studs long for 4 drivers and half a brick thick, they could snap pretty easily. My custom 3D printed rods are much thinner than that, and I have not had one break. So, you know,
I don't know what it is that Lego
what
holds
are
back.
you doing? What are you doing with your models to break half stud thick rods? That's my question.
I mean, I've broken heaps of rods, to be honest, but
Where's I'm gonna not give this away, but
that is thin.
it's very skinny.
I honestly don't know what Lego.
Half a stud.
Why wouldn't they make them? What is holding them
they're
back?
They're not gonna make this because this is stupid and don't do what I do. But
But
like,
why didn't do
just buy train bricks rods. Just buy train.
Just buy train bricks rods.
Yeah,
just do it.
Just do that.
Do it.
Train bricks rods are always gonna work.
Yeah. There's also, I should say, a guy in the UK, Brickland.
That's right. Yeah, Brickland.
He's a good too, just as good. So
Yeah, I've heard good things about him.
We don't need Lego. We haven't for a while.
Correct.
It'd be nice.
Once I figure out motors, the only Legos that I'm gonna buy are just the regular parts.
Yeah.
And honestly, you could probably just buy the knockoff Chinese motors at this point. So.
What's stopping you from just going full knockoff?
Dude,
honestly.
What's stopping me from just doing 2-rail O scale and Proto 48? It's the fact that I've already spent more money than I care to imagine in Lego.
Yeah, that might be it actually.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
All right, we're gonna continue on. Lego trains go burr, indeed. Seth Brick has finished his A4. The cab needs work still, but it's a pain. The shape is a pain to recreate. I feel that. I'm sure Sam has felt that too. What Lego trains are on your bucket list? I'm going to let Sam answer that because I'm always cryptic.
It's hard to say these days because I feel like I've done everything that I've really wanted to do.
Sam's already climbed the mountain.
I've climbed a few mountains. A4 eventually. I mean,
well, yeah, I mean,
nice to have done.
You'll get there.
I'll get there. Any on the bucket list? Maybe some more diesels. Can't honestly say at this time. I'd love to have like a fleet of those like narrow gauge sugar trains. I'll show you. Gotta stretch. So this is another one that I've literally just started.
Nice.
It's
is that
042.
Is that the same?
No, so this one has. I don't know where the other one is. It's over there. So this one's got the tanks that come over the cylinders, and it's a
Mm.
shorter wheelbase,
Hmm.
shorter cab and all that, very front up, but it's pretty much like the same design.
So
in
they are
terms of
different.
looks and all that.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
there's two different ones
Nice.
from the Bundaberg Fowlers. So you got the 042 and then the 062. And the
The one
062
that you
is the
did
one
is the
I did.
062. Got it.
Which everyone
Nice.
keeps telling me it's not a 062. It's missing two wheels in the middle, and I go, it's
Get
an
out of
A-gauge
here.
build. It's so small. It's got work. I've made the working
The crank.
the crank in the middle works, even though there's no wheels. But hopefully,
all you
I'll
need.
fix that.
I mean, it's all you need, I think.
Yeah,
Who cares? I mean, all you're gonna do is just put a blind driver there, anyways.
exactly. If you can see the cranks,
Yeah, it's not gonna change anything.
it's 062. Please believe me.
Just tell them they're
Lego-
all wrong.
Yeah, they're all wrong. Lego trains go burr, burr.
We're down to 9:59 timestamps.
Oh. Oh, yeah.
Hopefully, I was muted.
Thank
for
you
that.
for face reveal. Slaps knee hard. Welp, I'm ahead.
Dude, you're about a year and 3 months late for a face reveal.
Well, he's gone now.
It's true.
Slaps knee
I
hard.
know it's just. Well,
Yeehaw, I'm off.
that's right.
Congratulations. Well, I'm happy for you. There's
That's
my
a hilarious
face. You know what it
image.
looks like. It was the blue and gold one on my Twitter account, Sam. Yeah, so Alex has definitely built that before Cade, and I know you've got an awesome one. Cade's building that one that was suggested up, the 464.
Oh, nice.
He's doing a really nice job. Really
That's
nice.
awesome. That's awesome.
It's an awesome train. It's a monster.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys spec out your builds online before you build them in person, or do you have bricks and go? Bricks and go, really.
Always build studio first.
It
And that's a
depends, I think.
That's a two-sided coin for me, because I recently was working on a locomotive that I found out that I had to redesign a decent amount of the cab and the firebox to get it to fit right and actually connect. So, but that doesn't always happen. I mean, I'm not going to say I know how to do everything, but a lot of times I know enough and can conceptualize what I'm looking at on the screen well enough to know that it's going to fit together and it's going to stay together.
Sometimes it just helps to have like I prefer to do in the brick with a piece of paper, but sometimes I do have to rough it out if I don't have the pieces, because I don't like to do like multicolored builds because it skews my vision and I can't tell what's right and what's
hate
wrong.
doing that because it
just never works for me because I'm too distracted to notice the details. So sometimes for like the Deltic, it's just flesh it out a little bit and then get the parts.
Yeah, basically just build the different like difficult sections and then mesh them together.
Because when I did it online, the Deltic, it looks nothing like it now. Like it's completely different. But it was more to just have that point of reference for everything, like where this needs to be, where the details are. And I can look back to it if I'm sort of, because sometimes I'll start building it and then I'm like just going on my own and I look back and I go, oh, that's actually completely wrong. I need to go back and redo that whole area.
Shoot, I've got to go. Yeah.
Oh, whoops.
Completely rebuild that.
It's sometimes that's the case, but again, there's no right or wrong way. Just find your way that works best, I reckon.
Yeah. Good answer.
What state do you live in? Victoria?
I live in Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
And I'm enjoying it. I like it here.
Yeah. Nice place. Always wanted to go. Some beautiful trains.
You're welcome anytime.
Hey, next
We've got if you drive from the eastern side of the state to the western side of the state, there's like a week worth of train things that you can do in that time. So
don't even. We need to organize this trip.
There you go.
Can't think of any questions, so I'm gonna go to bed. Thanks, Duck, for joining on. I know it's late for you.
Yeah, you'll see this good night message in the morning.
Yeah, good night. I remember the time I put a Lego train motor in a GPC mock. Is that the Great Ball contraption?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good use of parts.
Awesome. Why not? Great. What's your stance on Great Ball contraptions?
I appreciate it for what it is. It's just at some point you're just moving a ball from here to here.
Yeah.
But it's interesting to look at.
A to B, but
I mean, there's a reason why every science museum ever has got one of those installed in some way. I mean, they're interesting to watch. It's just, I mean,
Oh
I
yeah, I
can't.
can just sit down and
Yeah, I mean,
watch all
it's
day, but
it's the single most entertaining thing at any Lego convention ever.
oh yeah,
I cannot bring myself to participate.
no, and I'm not
Like, I like trains too much,
technical
but
savvy either, so I can't
I like
really,
it's
who
not
knows?
for me. I
Not for
appreciate it.
me.
It's just,
Love them though.
yeah, absolutely.
I highly, highly, highly recommend Train Bricks rods. I've got probably $500 worth of those rods. They're phenomenal. They really are.
They are fantastic.
And I'd always say, I don't do this and I sort of regret it. Stick to what you buy.
Yeah, find something that
Don't-
works for you and keep going with it.
Yeah, do that early on.
Yeah.
Have you done a J50?
I'm guessing that's an 060 tank locomotive from England.
I think I did a J72. I honestly can't remember.
I don't know these things.
I don't think so. I'd love you to try out a GWR King Class Sam. I don't know
Sam
about the
hates
King
Great Western.
Classes. I don't hate Great Western, but I just don't build a lot. I like the Hall.
The thing about Great Western 10
They're all the
wheelers is
same.
that you build one, you build all of them, honestly.
Exactly. It's
With the so the only difference is that between the King class and the Hall class, the cylinders are moved back.
that.
Now, I'm making a joke. I appreciate Great Western for what they are. Just
I
a lot
probably
of their
wouldn't try it,
intricacies.
Seth, but it's I don't know.
You've
I
already got a
built one.
killer. You've already got a killer Hall class, so
Yeah, and I got the Dean single now. I love the
Mhm.
Dean single.
yeah, that's such a neat engine.
It's that's probably maybe a pannier tank in the future, but again, trying
Gotta
to.
love a
I got a
Pannier.
lot of trains. A lot of trains. I want to do more buildings, and I love building bridges and stuff like that at the moment. That's what I'm currently
You
working
wanna
on.
come build the layout that I have dreamed up for me?
You got it.
Nice.
You got it.
You and Kale can work together on that one.
Yeah. What's the hardest part of a train that you struggle with? Motorization and articulation.
Very good answers.
That's my answer. It's hard.
I have to answer now.
Yeah, you got to answer.
Hardest part is I can't remember if I've said this before, but the hardest thing about Lego train modeling for me is capturing the spirit of what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So it's
There's
like we mentioned before, with the A4 and with what I'm working on right now, we put pressure on ourselves to capture the presence, the spirit, the essence, what have you of whatever you're doing. That is the hardest thing. And especially, and is more well known that you go with the subject matter, the more difficult it becomes to do. Because the more people know about it, the more people are going to be familiar with it and be able to pick out the details and say, that looks like it should, or that doesn't look like it should. So with this, what I'm working on right now, I probably have studio files for about 15 or 20 iterations of this engine before I was comfortable enough to start fleshing it out. And before I even moved on to building the tender, I went through at least 10 iterations of this locomotive. And like all of that was just in the efforts to try and say, yes, my model looks like the real thing. It has the same appearance. It hits your eye in the same way.
there's a very big difference between when you're building something and you go, yeah, that's right on paper, but it doesn't look right in person.
Mm-hmm.
I remember I was trying to do a 9F a long time ago now, and
I want to see you do one of those, by the way.
I know, but
sorry, go ahead.
no. I like putting it on paper. I'm like, this should be right, but to my eyes, it doesn't look right. Like the wheels are too far spaced out. The boiler looks too big. Like sometimes it's just a matter of actually going with your gut and going, that looks like a 9F. Like that looks right.
Yeah, I get that all. Yeah, so that's how I build. Honestly, is just build what looks right. Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure I've said some of this before, but I use scale as a starting point. Yeah. And basically all that defines for me is the wheel sizes, the wheelbase lengths, and it gives me a range on the height. It doesn't tell me, I don't use that as exactly where the height should be. It tells me that I need to be between this and then a margin of error that I give myself. And I'm always at the upper end of that margin of error with every single model that I build, but they always look better going with that error rather than going with the true number. And that's where the gut feeling comes in.
Definitely. I mean, that's just it sometimes. It's not a perfect, it's never going to be perfect, no matter what you do with it.
I mean, and the
it's
more
Lego.
familiar you are with it, the less
The more you
perfect it'll be
appreciate
to you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep, because you know it too well. I've had that problem before too.
Exactly. It's a very fine line.
It is. It's a tightrope walk from start to finish, and it's that way with every model ever. So
that's it. That's what
good
I'd
question.
say. Good
Love
question.
getting theoretical.
Yeah. Mike Spook says, hi. Glad to watch the live stream. Working on the layout right now. Awesome.
Nice.
Kate says, I put the R class aside for the V-line end set, which I've just finished so that V-line can do an article on it. That's awesome.
Very
the
good.
R class was a cool build. That's really cool.
Nice.
I love your R class. I want to see it. Ha ha ha. I've my own 3D printer. Imagine needing to buy rods. I bought a 3D printer maybe 2 years ago. I've not touched it. I've got CAD. I know how to do CAD. I just cannot get it to work, and it really hurts.
I mean,
but it's
I
so
feel that.
old now. It's like it just doesn't look that good anymore.
I mean, dude, it's part of just finding what works for you and going with it.
Yeah.
Like if that isn't if that isn't designing and printing your own rods.
It's not. That's why I like building Diggsel. I don't have to worry about anything.
I mean,
it's all Lego.
I've sent you the rods that I'm doing on this, haven't I?
I think you did, yeah.
Yeah, I think I sent you a video of it. I'm doing so. Yeah, again, don't do what I ever do.
No.
But I'm doing some really stupid stuff with this.
You're not. It's very nice.
It's stupid, but it's going to be awesome.
Stupid smart.
That's what it is.
If you haven't done a small Parari, can you please do that? Or Prairie? Is that what you're trying to say? Prairie?
I've never seen that spelling before.
I can't do that because I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Hey.
Expand, please.
The weather on Victoria is cloudy in Tullamarine because that's where I'm watching this from. Tullamarine. God, that's far out. Is it? Where's Tullamarine? I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not
cloudy here too. Question for Glenn.
Question for me.
Do you have a layout for your engines?
I do have a layout. It's right here, missing the track currently, but it's right here. Just use your imagination.
The floorboards of Glen Holland.
That's right. I would like to change that, and I have been dreaming up a layout recently.
Yeah, I think, did we touch base on this last stream on your channel about maybe we were just chatting?
We might have. This idea is much more recent than that, but no, I mean it's just ideas right now.
It's ideas.
Basically, well, just to put it simply, the idea that I have for my layout is just to have a bunch of very photogenic scenes put together.
Yeah.
Inspired by real life places, but just a bunch of good places to take photos of models.
Yeah.
And then I would basically just build it around the walls of a spare bedroom in a house that I don't own yet. So
that's the dream.
It is the dream.
That's the
dream.
The
dream right now is owning a house, but we'll get there, hopefully.
Yeah, we'll get there. We got time.
Good question. Thanks, Seth.
Good question. There you go. Hey, caught you on stream. We're here. We're still here.
Yep,
How long were you on for?
We're caught. We've been on, hour.
Hey, we're fully caught up too.
Yeah,
Melbourne Airport. That's where it is. Yeah,
we're at the bottom.
We're at the bottom. Any chance you ever build New South Wales 3801? Oh, is that the Streamline one? Or?
Yeah, that's the green Streamline one.
I probably wouldn't build the Streamline one, but I actually really like the non-Streamline version. I think it is.
I don't know what the hype behind that locomotive is, but I kind of like it just for what it is.
It's cool. It's really cool.
I assume it's just cool because it is what it is.
It is what it is, I think.
Yeah.
It's just,
all right, yeah. So
I don't know how practical it is or how well it performs, but
no idea.
Really cool to look at.
Yeah.
How would you guys design the side tanks of a J50? that
I
the one
wouldn't
with the
design a
really
J50 to
side
be honest
case?
with you. I wouldn't design a J50. It's out of my wheelhouse, so that's one for Sir Sam.
You know what it is? Oh, yeah. It's the one with the really weird tanks.
Now I gotta look it up.
Maybe with some. My lips. There's like 1x2x3 slopes, the really tall ones on the side. Maybe. I'm not sure. It's a tricky one. I'll handball that one off to Glenn.
No idea. Not in my wheelhouse.
Worst Lego train crash that has happened to you or see? What's the worst one you've ever witnessed? Because I'm sure you've witnessed a few.
Well, so yeah, the one that immediately comes to mind is when Nader's Mox, who does not upload anymore, ham-fisted my 442 off of the table at Philly Brickfest in like 20.
Deliberately?
No, completely accidentally, but it was hilarious. So,
Oh no!
sorry. So I'll tell the story again. I'm sure I've told it before, but so this is my Cotton Belt 442
Yeah.
Atlantic locomotive, and so this would have to have been Philly Brickfest 2016. So,
Oh, wow.
because I built it the late winter of 2015, and then Yep. So that's what it was. So Philly Brickfest 2016, and this was the first time that I've ever like actually ran the model. And it didn't perform well. Didn't perform well all day. It was the Saturday, it didn't perform well. And so during the after hours, the Penlug guys and myself included are just hanging around the layout, chatting and whatever, having a good time. And then so I get to talking with one guy who is decent at power functions, and he and I were able to completely rebuild that powertrain, and it's the same powertrain that I've got in there now, and it still works pretty well. So I tore the entire engine apart down to the powertrain. He and I rebuilt that, did a lot of modifications to it, got it back together, and it did 3 laps of the Penlug layout. On the 3rd lap, there was this big city module that Nate had built, and a part of it had this like building over the track. It was kind of neat. The train went through it and kind of came out from behind a parking lot. It was like a very like built up city scene.
Yeah,
basically.
really big.
Yep. So he was talking to somebody else, and he was positioned like right. So the exit of the tunnel was just to his left, and somebody else was to his left. And so my locomotive that has just been rebuilt and done 3 laps is coming out of the tunnel, and I'm facing this way away from him.
Oh.
I turn around, and then I see him talking to this guy, looking at him with his hand pointing at something on the layout. And then so he's standing up, and then he just puts his hand down, but he basically fists that locomotive right off of the layout. Yeah, just whacks
gives
it
a
right
good old handball
right
off
onto the
track.
floor, and it just exploded. Like it was absolutely decimated. And so that's where the video on my channel of rebuilding the Atlantic came from. So basically what happened is I figured, I saw what happened. It was in slow motion, of course. I saw what happened. And then he figured out what happened. He looks down at it and then looks back at me. And then I just go, all right, I'm going to fix this in the morning. Have a good night. So I pick up all of those pieces and then just put them on the table. And then I go home and go to bed. And then Sunday morning, I recorded the video of me putting it back together.
I was about to say, I think there was a recording of it. Yeah,
yep, that's where that video came from. So that was the best one that I've witnessed.
That hurts.
It was annoying, honestly. I made for a good video, but I was kind of annoyed about it.
We've had some pretty good crashes at our big layouts.
Do tell.
There was one that I caused that I'm not very proud of, but
I've got another story after yours is done.
It was my Garrett running with like a full rake of passenger coaches, and someone else's like huge, long, like I think it was like a city train, but he had like 50 freight cars behind it. It was massive.
Nice.
And we have all these like across the layouts, like little bridges where you crawl under. There's one that actually pops up and you can walk straight through. But I think I was just being a dumbass, and I was trying to film stuff for the channel. of the Garrett, and I was like, oh, I'll quickly get to point A to point B so I can film this bit of section. And so I'm like on my hands and knees crawling under this really low bridge. Like it was because our tables are pretty low, so heaps of kids can see everything and all that.
Yeah.
And the bridges that we have are usually pretty flat, and there's not a lot underneath, so you can easily get under. But this one was like flat, but it had a little bit of like it sort of hilled down a little bit, and it had this riverbank. So you had the bridge there, and I'm trying to crawl underneath, and all of a sudden the train comes over the bridge, and the other train comes over the bridge at the same time, and I've jumped up too early trying to stand up, and the whole bridge module just like pops up, and both trains just like fall straight off the table. And this is during a show, so it went everywhere, and it was just a mess. And I'd done it, and it was my own train, and the Garrett's never been the same after, by the way. It's always had problems now with the rods and stuff. So that was probably the worst one I ever coursed. Like, and I ruined everyone's train too. Like
That's a pretty
everything
good one.
was standstill, and it was all my fault.
That's a good one. There's nothing worse than just be like, you want to crawl into a hole and die.
I just
after
got up
something
and I was
that.
like,
yeah, it's just
do
like,
I want to walk away? Do I want to pick up all the pieces?
yeah, it's just,
Yeah,
that's a good one.
that's the worst one. Yeah, that's the best crash I've ever seen.
The first crash that I ever was a part of was one of the first times that I ever went to
To a show.
with any layout there at all. So this was
Yeah.
2000, and I just looked up the photo, and it was uploaded November 27th, 2008.
Have you got the photo? Can we share the photo?
Yeah, I'm going to share it in a second. So this was from a New England Lego Users Group train show in November 2008. And so at the time I was just turned 13. No, that can't be right. That's not right. No, that is right.
Yeah, that's an embarrassing time.
Yeah, I just turned
stupid
13.
shit.
So it's 2008. And so I had this little 9-volt steam locomotive
Yeah.
that I brought, and it was like, hey, I brought this. Would you guys want to run it for a while? And they were cool guys, really appreciative. And so like, yeah, we'll run it for a while. And so I just let them run it. And then I walked away because it was a train show and I was interested in other things too. So I let them run it. And then I came back and I heard about, no, actually I was there for this. I witnessed this happen. I'm sorry. So I came back and this happened. If I can share the screen, hold on. Plowed right into somebody's building. So that's my locomotive. That's my locomotive.
That's like perfect though. That's like an actual train crash.
It was so poetic. I mean, the only damage to it was just my own model. And I was running with somebody else's passenger cars.
the good old my old train.
It was poetic.
That's a cool crash.
Yeah, it was
the
a good
way
one.
It's come off perfectly and actually hit the building.
Everybody was like taking photos of it. They thought it was hilarious, and I didn't know whether to laugh or cry. But it was a good one. It was a good one.
That's what you live for.
That's right.
That's good stuff.
I've
always been tempted to do like crash videos just to get like an easy couple million views.
Yeah, just a couple million views. Just get it shared.
No matter how hard I work on a video, it'll always get trumped by some random person doing a Lego City train that costs $100 just to crash it into a pool or something like that. I'm like,
just off the roof of the house into the pool.
House in the pool, something like that.
Million views, easy.
I should do the Back to the Future train crash. Actually, that's what I need to do. Build the bridge.
Straight rip off Techno Andrew.
Yeah, sorry, Andrew. I want a couple million views too. Easy. That would be fun, actually. I wouldn't mind doing that.
That actually would be kind of neat.
Yeah. Where are we now? Sorry, guys. That was
worst Lego train crash that happened. Yeah, it was.
Congrats on 10,000 subs. Thanks, man. It was a great achievement. Super happy to get there. Didn't think we'd get there for a while because there was a point where it was just like it stopped, I wasn't putting up any videos, and I didn't really have any plans to put any more up. So I was like, maybe it's going to go down. But no, very happy to get 10,000. Very grateful. So
Yeah,
thanks for that.
You do deserve it.
I don't know about that, but I'm just
No,
happy.
I do.
I'm
I mean,
happy.
I certainly don't. I don't upload enough, so
I'm happy to spread Lego trains to more people and hopefully get more people building Lego trains. That's the goal. I think
that's a good thing to do.
that's a good thing to do. That's what we want to see.
Yeah. Something about being good stewards of the
Oh,
hobby.
I think I
If
just
you want
zoomed us in.
to,
Whoops.
oh shoot,
There we go.
nice.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the goal. I don't think we have any more questions. I feel like we can just start talking now.
Got most of them. Have you? How far have you gotten with your set there?
I have, for the first time on this stream, finished a Lego set. It's not a big one, but I'm happy. This is awesome. It's got spring little suspension. It's got
90 sets are just better. 90 sets are just better.
How cool is that?
And then the 90s
Look,
they were
that
saying,
opens.
80
That
sets
opens.
is so much better.
Why can't they do more stuff like this? And 4 wide, the perfect.
Seriously.
Almost perfect. Better than 6.
All right, that's it. I'm going back to 9-volt.
Come on. I'm just going to sell everything. I just want 9-volt only.
Yeah, does anybody want to buy 2 Mohawks?
Can you see?
This is always Mohawks so hard to do. Can
you see what I've got on the bridge? Why is it so hard to point to?
That looks pretty dope.
Do you know what it is?
Yep.
12
volt.
Love that. Need to do a video on that. I was supposed to review it a while ago.
Dude, I wanted for a while to start collecting 12 volt.
See, this is the thing. It didn't come with the remote. It's just got the motor, but I don't really care because I remember seeing like a while ago this was like a Lego catalog, and it was just when they're bringing in 9-volt, and they had that set with a 9-volt motor in the photo, and I was just like, oh, I need to do that. I want it so bad.
There you go.
That was a birthday present. I had to get that. And then also, I bought this. This is so hard to do. 2 years ago, I got that, which is that old Lego Red Crocodile. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a bunch of your videos.
It. That is.
It's hard. You can't argue with it. It's just good.
I should bring it over. Hold on.
There you go.
I mean, which headphone? This headphone. This is like heaven to me.
It's just good.
The stickers peel off, but I don't care. I love it.
I mean,
I think they're knockoff stickers. That's why.
Yeah, they could be.
But
it's hard not to just love that. No.
It swivels. It's simple. It's a nice design. It's
easy. It's cool.
When I run that, I'm really happy. Like I've just got a smile on my face. I'm just like, why do I build Lego trains? Why don't I just buy 5 of these?
Buy 9
my own little fleet.
There you go.
There are times like that where I honestly think about it. I'm not even kidding. I love it.
What's not to love about 9-volt? Seriously.
What's not to love? I feel like I should show off some stuff. Everyone's just been hanging around.
I know. Let's give them what they want, Sam. Let's give them what they want. I'm trying to think of something that I can show off. Honestly,
I don't have any trains that I'm really building at the moment. I've got some bridges. I might get some bridges. Hold on.
I've got stuff. I just don't know if I could probably show some of it. I just don't want to. I've got stuff. I'm looking forward to showing off what I've got in front of me. Sam can't hear me.
Yeah.
Oh, he can't hear me.
Here we go. All right, I've got some stuff, everyone. Let's have a look here. Yeah, I think I can show this now because I've showed it on Patreon a while ago. So hopefully everyone's all right showing this. This is the first bridge, which has actually been on Flickr for a while, but I finally got to build it. This uses, is it medium green or light green? I think. Which is cool. Like, you know, those old is it Bevel sets or something?
Yeah, probably Belleville
Scala or whatever. Scala.
I don't know. Yeah.
And the old It looks like purple here, but it's actually a lot lighter in person.
Lavender.
It's medium violet,
Oh,
I think, or light violet.
it
Maybe
looks
I
like
think it's
it looks
light
like
violet.
bluish gray to me, honestly. So a
It looks like bluish gray.
little bit. I can see. Yeah, I can see it
Sort
now.
of the lighting. It's such a nice color.
It is
Because
neat.
they're honest, if I get I don't have any bluish gray on me. Can you see the difference there?
Yep, easily
Yeah.
seeing the difference.
This light bluish gray, this is light violet. And then a bit of sand green, those new like love hearts, but done as
Yeah.
like clovers.
Yeah, that works really well.
So that's one bridge I've got working on, which honestly, I've been in like a bridge frenzy at the moment. Just love it. And it's all the freedom doing it too. Like it's not to a script.
Yeah,
It's
just do what you
me.
want.
This one I really like. So
You
because
love a curved bridge. Oh,
I've
that's
got the
awesome.
overpass on my layout, I need curved bridges because there's a lot of hanging over the top. So this is one that uses. I got a bunch of those
awesome.
in a big order, and
Yeah,
I didn't know what I was going to use them for, but they were like so cheap. So I thought, get some.
that looks
Why
really
not?
good. That's very like 1920s, like
Yeah,
like interurban subway bridge.
that's it, right? And it had to be pretty low as well.
Yeah,
because
it's low
again,
profile because it's going to be
got
an
trains
overpass.
coming underneath it.
Yeah,
And
dude,
then
I
it's
love
using a friend actually gave me some of his old Lego, and in it was these old
those are the ones that they
like
had
the
on like
pirates
ship,
rigging
yeah,
pieces.
like on the ship rigging.
Yeah. So he's given me some of those, and I've actually used that as like the handrails,
It's
which I think
perfect.
works well.
That's actually beyond perfect for that.
And it actually helps to hold it up a bit because there's nothing underneath it that's going to be supporting it, so it can actually take a bit of weight.
That's fantastic.
And then the last one,
got a third
bit
one.
of a retro bridge, for 2 reasons.
Nice.
It's this nice little trestle bridge, which uses. Do you know the name? Is it Connects? Lego Connects or?
I don't know.
I got no idea what it is. It was some like weird theme Lego was doing in the 90s where they were trying to copy
Lego
other
was
people.
doing Lego doing weird stuff in the 90s is pretty much
Weird stuff.
Yeah.
I can't explain what it was for or,
And we talked
why
about
it's
all
a thing, but it's Lego.
Yeah.
It's Lego, and then it's got the sand purple
Nice
underneath it too, which, gotta love sand purple.
That's awesome.
So that's my 2 new Snap. That's
Snap.
it. Kale's
That's
got
what it was.
Snap. It's Snap. Kale knew it's Snap.
Of course he did. He's the
Such an
oldest
aggressive
person in
name.
the stream.
Snap with the Z.
There you go.
And that's, it took 2 seconds, but how fun is that to look at? So it adds a bit more color to the layout.
Like 6 pieces?
1, 2, 3, 4. You got all these, 8 of those, some tiles, bit of technique.
I mean, that's like a 50-part, 32 stud bridge, something like that.
Exactly. And how cool. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. So those are my bridges. I've got a few bridges, which I'm really excited to put in.
Bridges are always awesome.
I mean, it's just fun to see just trains like. I'm not going to do that. Just, like when I put this on and I'm like, especially with the classic sets, I feel like it's it's just nice to see.
That's
like
these.
That's gotta be something.
That's gotta be just post. Right, so when you rebrand yourself, that's gotta be your profile picture.
I mean, honestly, I'll try it on this one. Like, just using all of Lego's rare colors. It's just it's so gratifying.
Works.
It's just I don't know what it is.
It makes me almost annoyed that I only build in black.
You got to start expanding the horizons from black. Well, you got.
What's that?
You got a few locos you're building that aren't black.
That's true. I've got one that is very not black.
Very not black.
And is actually within the frame of my stream. You can't really see it, but it's very not black.
It's not black.
I'm not gonna pointed
Don't
out.
look.
But
It's
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 within
somewhere
the
over
frame of
there.
my stream. Yeah, it's
Somewhere over
within
there.
it's within this image. But yeah, I've got one locomotive in progress that is extremely not black.
Yeah.
And I've
Ever
got,
thought
I mean,
about sand red?
the no, it there's definitely a lot of red on it though.
Yep. Yeah.
I think I sent you that. I sent you that render,
Yeah,
didn't
you
I?
sent me that.
I
Seen
thought
that.
so. Yeah, that's in
Very
progress.
nice.
It'll.
I'm
I've
excited
got.
to see that
So
one.
I actually just spent a lot of time this week reorganizing my list of things to do for.
You got a list. You got an
Yeah.
actual
So
list.
yeah. So just so you know, this is like the big, like legal pad, and I've got 4 models on this that I have to do stuff to. The one that we're just now talking about is half of another page. Well more than half of another
What
page.
to
And the one
do?
that, yeah, just things to do until I can call it done.
Interesting.
Like rods, artwork, a battery charger for this particular type of battery. I have to paint some parts. I have to a bunch of
All
things.
that stuff makes me want to put off
Exactly.
models.
It's just
Uh,
it's honestly torture because it's having 6
It
steam
is.
locomotives in progress right now is something that I hate. I would rather just get them done, but I cannot just build a locomotive anymore. It's
can't.
always
It's
I have to
finishing
go as
something.
it's always I have to go as hardcore as I can on everything, and that
Yeah.
makit's it so difficult because it's just so many more things to do.
So many things. It's
But
very hard.
I'm working on this guy right now, and this is I can say without a doubt that this engine that I'm working on right now, which I think is the most recent render that I sent you, Sam, this engine that I'm working on right now, I have had the most fun with out of anything that I've built in probably the last year and a half.
I'm very happy to hear that.
Yeah,
That's good
like
to hear.
I was in a rut, and then I'm just like
I was too.
dude,
Like
literally, like it was Christmas last year, and I just started thinking about these again. Like I'd done a little bit, so I started the digital file for this in October last year,
yeah.
and then I worked on it a little bit, and then just didn't for a little while, and then Christmas hit, and I'm like, all right, I'm trying it
You're
again.
on.
And then so I
Got
went
it
a
all
little bit farther with it, and then I stopped. And then this year, earlier this spring, I just went for it.
Yeah.
And here I am. When
It's
I publish
about
this,
time.
it'll be another envelope pushing engine. So I'm excited. Brought me out of a rut. What can I say?
I'm happy to hear it because we need more trains for you.
I'm
The
doing
world's
my
not
best.
okay if you're not building trains.
Yeah.
Layout's looking epic. Love the sand red wall too. Thanks, Cade. I remember my first train show was PBF 2017. I was 11 years old. I left my controller on the tracks, and Kale's blue comment ran straight over it and almost fell off the tracks. Kale, remember that. Jeez,
I wasn't
would
there for
not
that
want
show.
to derail the blue comment. That is like
Yeah,
bad
that's
karma.
yeah, Kale will
Kale,
kill
remember that.
Yeah, Kale will kill you.
He won't. Hopefully. What set is that? Was that the red crocodile? I'm assuming.
Yeah, I think that was it.
Does it have the number on it? Sometimes they. I can't remember off the top of my head. I can't be bothered looking it up. Just Google Lego red crocodile.
Yeah, 9-volt crocodile.
Will you make any tutorials on your trains? Probably not, because the tutorials take forever to make, and they're not fun to make, if I'm dead honest. And I want to share everything I do, but it's like I want to have time to do stuff that I want to do.
Yeah.
I think if I do another tutorial, it'd be like a boiler tutorial or something like that. Not an actual whole train, just something quick and easy.
I'm probably never going to make instructions for any of my locomotives again.
It's not like we don't want to share. It's more just.
Yeah, it's not that I don't want to share. It's
time.
just I don't want to spend the time to create it, and I don't want to have to, especially if I'm doing this all entirely myself. I don't want to have to field a million comments from somebody that is going to end up in me having to explain to somebody how I built my own model, because I built this the way that I know how to build it.
Yeah,
it is extremely difficult, especially for models like this. It is extremely difficult to write instructions good enough to tell somebody how to do it without them having any questions.
Yeah, I think that's it.
But rolling stock, rolling stock is easy. So
I'm happy to send Will heaps of stuff to Block Junction to sell whatever, like
Yeah, I
And
mean,
I've been meaning to do more stuff with Block Junction, but I've just been so busy.
I'm
We
the
have a
same way.
catalog
Like,
coming. But
nice.
which is awesome. I've been working
I've
on that for like a year though. I mean, I need to get it done.
it
I say we have a catalog coming.
things
have a
get
catalog.
behind, dude. I mean, when I was
So
with
behind.
BMR, and I'm not. This is not to be negative at all, but dude, you just so much happens. You just get behind.
You
on
want to
everything.
spend all the time on it, but it's
Exactly.
like
You just can't.
it's
You just can't do
not
it. I mean,
prioritized over anything else. It's hard.
yeah, it's you can't do everything. It's just difficult.
No.
I mean, I know people are pretty understanding, but like, you got to give people who do this a lot of credit, because
Yeah.
we don't. 9 times out of 10, we're not making any money off of this, and we're doing it
No.
just because we want to do it. So,
It's
but
tough.
it seriously does get difficult to do that kind of thing.
Here's a question. What is your favorite model that you've ever made? Dominic F asks. Glenn.
Probably this one when I finish it.
Ouch. So we're not going to know, but we will soon.
Well, I've still got the
Hopefully.
hints that we can drop when we get to that
Yeah,
point.
we haven't dropped the hints. When are we dropping the
I haven't
hints?
dropped the hints. You want to
Haven't
do
dropped
that
the
now?
hints. We'll drop the hints. Drop
Yeah.
a hint.
Drop a
hint
hint.
right
All
now.
right, so I have to give like 2 hints together.
Okay.
So this engine is a wheel arrangement that I have not published before, and it
Mhm.
has the main rod driving one driving axle, and then another rod that goes from that driving axle to another driving axle. So that's 4 drivers.
Interesting. I mean,
Yeah.
I
And
know
it's
what
a
it
lot.
is, but it's
Yeah, it's a lot bigger than you think. That's why nobody's gonna get it.
interesting. You
It's
hear that,
ex-
guys? Yeah.
it's a very I thought about all day knowing I was gonna stream with Sam, and I'm like, people
What's
are gonna
the
ask
hint?
what I'm working on. So that's the hint.
Because
is
someone
that it-
definitely did guess what you were building last time. I remember you're like, I'll just give a hint. And then someone's like, is it this? And you were like,
I
was-
remember it.
was
I
that-
don't remember what
I don't
the
remember what it
subject-
was
yeah, I
for,
don't remember
but
what the subject was.
yeah. Did you ever build it in the end? Probably not. You see, we can't jinx it. We can't do this. Don't guess it.
I don't if somebody guesses it, I'm not gonna say.
Yeah.
But if somebody guesses it, I'll be astounded based on those hints.
Yeah. There you go.
All right.
I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but you two are sort of my inspiration for building Lego trains. Currently, I'm working on turning a 2018 Hogwarts Express into a Grizzly A3.
Man's turning a Great
awesome.
Western into an LNER. Man, that's hardcore.
Well, you know what? That Hogwarts Express set's pretty bulky. So
It's I like that Hogwarts Express. It's got a lot of room for improvement. Like a lot of room for expansion. Like the people who buy sets and then like mod them, that's perfect for that kind of thing. Well, I'm happy to inspire.
yeah, good. I'm happy to hear that. Keep going and can't wait to see it, hopefully. Build an
Indeed.
A1. I don't really want to. You know, though, I was thinking this A4 is taking me 2-3 years. I could build. I've got the tender still. The tender's fine. The tender's built. Do I just go ahead and just build a dark green A3? I want an A4.
Other than doing A4.
I'm sort of to the point where I'm like, I'd rather someone else do it and then just copy them and
Dude,
and then like
I
I don't want to have to
understand that.
deal with it. It's
I
a
understand
nightmare.
that. There's a
Can't
list of
someone else do
locomotives.
it for once?
There's a list of locomotives I have in my head that I really want to have, but I don't want to spend the time on doing it myself. So I'm either really hopeful somebody's going to do it and then I can trade them or buy it from them.
I know, because I feel bad when I copy someone, but it's like I'm only doing it because I just love it. I love what you've done, and
yeah, I mean,
I want one.
There's a time and a place for doing that. I mean,
Don't take it as an insult. I'm not going to take the
No,
credit.
yeah,
I
it's
just love
always.
it.
I mean, that's how I started building. Is just building. Try to
Yeah.
replicate exactly what Kale did. I mean, that's a
how
fine
you get
thing.
good.
Kale and I were talking about this literally like yesterday. Is that somebody built a pretty solid copy of one of his engines, and we both love it. Like it's a cool thing to
It's
do.
good.
Yeah,
And
there's
then
nothing
when
wrong
you
with
get to see it in real life as well, you put them
Yeah,
together, and it's like, hey, you got a little fleet.
the reverse engineering challenges involved with that. If you can do it, that's awesome.
Exactly.
I mean, don't sell it, but
Yeah. That's it. So maybe an A1. Who knows?
We'll see.
If I can't be bothered to build an A4, I'll build an A1. How about
Also,
that?
one of those engines that I want somebody else to build for me is the LNER Great Northern.
Is that
Which is
the
that's the first.
A1/1 or something?
It's the first A1.
Oh, it's the
Well,
it's not that like weird one.
before Thompson rebuilt it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I kind of like the rebuilt version. It's kind of funny.
I have grown to appreciate Thompson a little bit more than I used to.
Right. They're cool as because people go.
I know
"It's ugly."
I
It's
don't
not
care for
ugly.
rebuilding that engine, but I've
Yeah.
come to appreciate Thompson a little bit more. But I would love to
It's
have
history.
the
Oh, no.
first.
Yeah.
I would love to have the first A1, the Great
Am
Northern.
I upset he destroyed all the P2s? Yes. Do I still think the A2/2s are cool? Yes. And we're getting a new P2 anyway, so what's everyone complaining about? I don't know. Question for BB. I've seen Schmick's Bricks locos in your videos, so what's your opinion on his mocks? Schmick's Bricks locos in my videos.
Maybe from a recent convention.
Yeah, maybe. You know what that might be actually, because I definitely don't know a Schmick Bricks in Australia, or do I? It might be because some of the group members again build other people's trains.
Could be. Or maybe it's an alias and you haven't put the
Can you
name.
tell me who Schmick Bricks is? Is he on YouTube or Flickr, or I'll have
I
a look?
know he's got a
let you know.
Facebook. He's got a Facebook page.
You know who he is?
It might be the guy who I'm thinking of, but I'm not sure. And if he hasn't posted his name, I don't want to say it on stream. But
If I know him in real life, I just don't know his username. That's why I'm
think so. Go in the private chat in the stream. I'll type you out what I think his name is, but I could be wrong. I think.
Oh yeah. No, I know.
I think it's him.
Yeah, it's him. I've never met him. I think he doesn't live in Victoria, I'm pretty sure. I think some of his builds come down to Brickvention. That's why I've seen some of his builds, and you've probably seen them in my videos. That's the reason. Yeah, thanks, Glenn. Yep. Up the Cats. Up the Cats. We got a Cats fan in the house. Finally, big fella Tob. We had Glenn, been trying to get Glenn to embrace the culture of AFL football.
Dude,
but
I'm not gonna lie, I'm just not a sports guy.
He's not a sports guy, but he's an AFL guy, right? You're a Cats fan.
I'll like whatever. I'll cheer for whoever you cheer for, Sam.
Yeah, well, we had a pretty big win last night.
Well, nice. That's good.
And it was our skipper's 350th game, which is the longest at that club, and is the longest serving captain of all time. So it was
That's a pretty big deal.
It was a pretty big deal, and I'm very proud of him.
There you go.
So thanks for that.
So I guess up the Cats is what I say.
Up the Cats, as we say.
Very
up
good.
5511? Question mark.
Pacific 5511. All right, so
do they call that a cat?
out of nowhere, Union Pacific donated that engine, which is a 210-2, and they donated 3985, which is a 4664, as well as a couple other things out of their heritage fleet to
That's pretty cool.
I guess you could call them a startup. No, not a startup. They're not startup. And a railroad preservation group out of the Midwest. And so they just acquired this absolutely massive facility in the middle of Illinois somewhere. And so they're getting all of these Union Pacific engines, as well as a couple others, to this new facility. Union Pacific 5511 is one of those engines on my list where if I build everything else that I want to build someday, I would build that one.
You build that one?
I like it. I honestly, it's neat. I like the engine. I like the story behind it. It's a neat one.
Does it have any correlation between cats or?
No, it's completely different. Unless I'm way off base and made a connection somewhere.
Maybe. Who knows?
Like it. It's so far down the list. I don't think I'll ever get to it.
Yeah. Mine have asked stickers or decals. What's the go with making them? Kate, if you want stickers,
to do the artwork for you and just pay for the work.
Yeah. I'd talk to Alex because he's probably got stickers already made for the same loco, I assume. So maybe ask him, but to everyone in general, reusing Lego stickers is always an interesting option. It's not very cheap, but for numbers and letters, maybe just have a look what it's out there. Like, there's heaps of you can get like letter packs of stickers or like tape, vinyl tape that you can experiment with. Trace Pierce, one of my Patreons, and a good friend, he uses trimline tape for all his models, and they look awesome. So I'd just have a look what's out there and just have a Google. It's a bit of advice just on general. You should build a 220.
I think
Alania
it's
D16
supposed to be a 440 because I'm pretty sure a D16 is a 440. That one I do
okay.
know. I do like
Right,
the
right,
D16. That's one of those ones with the
I feel
interesting
like I know it.
splashes.
Big splashes.
It's very kind of streamlined and
Actually,
curved
that's
one.
funny because I actually did try to make one in GER blue. It's a really cool train.
It is. I like that one.
Oh man, maybe I'll.
Now he's
I
thinking
love
about
it.
it again. Congratulations.
Damn. Yeah, I did tackle it, but again, hard and dark blue, you got to paint a lot, and just the way the splashes are, you're gonna go to 8 wide, and I don't know.
Yep, you'll be
I
there.
love it though. That's a great train.
It's a neat looking engine.
Yeah.
Even I like that.
Arlington Bricks. Yeah, we got that. Thanks for that. Sorry about that. Don't know what you're talking about. I recently built a Lego train track. It starts on the floor and spirals to my Lego table. That's pretty cool.
How big is your spiral?
How big is the
That's what I want to
spiral?
know. Are you using regular Lego curves? Because oh my goodness,
Had to be R40 to get.
Yeah, it had to be.
You need a bit of flex. That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
And
I love seeing stuff like that.
It's so interesting.
That's what you can do with Lego trains. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I could never do that with my models, but
Yeah,
seeing this go up some spiral or something, I'd love that.
My locomotives don't take kindly to hills. I like running them flat, and
No,
I like
yeah.
running long trains. I'm not going to overstress my motors
Flat,
just for some
slow,
elevation.
long trains. That's my specialty.
Yeah, high tractive effort.
What state am I? I'm Victoria.
I'm Pennsylvania.
WAGR trains. Pennsylvania for Glenn. I'm with Glenn. On what?
Probably not a sports guy. I think I saw that comment pop up when we were talking about that. I've
That's
just
a
broken
shame.
it. I'm gonna.
Well, I'm not a huge sports guy, but that I love. I love watching the Olympic Games, Commonwealth Games, and
everybody likes the Olympics.
yeah, you can't not like that.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a pretty generic thing to say, actually. I like the Olympics. So does everyone. Hey, British Bricks, what is your thoughts on the floods? Whereabouts in Sydney? New South Wales. Very sad. Not much you could do, really. I mean, apart from help out and volunteer. So I didn't think it was that bad at the moment still, though. Let me know if it is. I'll have a chat to him when I see him next. I want some for my NSET build and more. Yeah, talk to Alex Cade. And I think if you come to the next Lego group, next meeting, I think we're going to talk about it because I think we might get another vinyl cutter because I definitely want one. So let me know if you come. Can you make a Sterling single? I've done a Dean single. I made the old Sterling single back. How long ago do you reckon that was, Glenn? That was a long time ago.
I have no idea.
Long time ago.
Yeah, it was a while ago, actually. It's been disassembled now, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's gone.
Yep. Not coming back.
Not coming back, I don't think, for probably never. I don't want to say never because I did like it and it was fun at the time. But I'm sort of moving a bit more to diesels, and I do like building electric and stuff like that because it's a lot more easier. When you've built the amount of steam engines I've built, you'll want to change it up eventually.
I can confirm that. I actually am interested in some diesels right now.
Yeah. You just want something that you can go, I don't need print rods. I don't need anything else. I can use a normal motor. Will take me less than a couple months and I can appreciate it. So that's my kind of...
It's never that easy still.
Yeah,
but
steam trains are a bit on a pause unless they're like there's no complex outside valve gear. Because that's what
Which
really puts me
there
off, I
always
think.
is for me.
Which
so.
there always is. Yeah, for you. I got it pretty lucky. Also, does anyone know what happened to Smith Movies? He used to build some locomotives and disappeared.
Yeah, man.
I think he's just working. I mean,
Yeah, man's
he hasn't
working as
disappeared.
far as I know.
He does a lot of I think
He's a professional
an-
animator as far as I can
yeah.
see from his posts.
Awesome guy, super nice. Love his like 6 wide builds. They're so cool.
Yeah, he's
I think we always say this. Like everyone goes, "Where does he go?"
yeah,
He's still here. He's just
hasn't gone anywhere. Just isn't doing as
enjoying
much
life,
Lego
having a good
recently. Yeah,
time.
I mean, we all go through it.
Yeah,
It's what I've been doing for the last year.
same here.
There you
I
go.
mean, my video rate has dropped a lot, and
Same.
I'm sorry, but it's I want
It's
to.
just life, man. I mean,
It's hard. I mean, it's because I think there was such a big boom during COVID where I was doing like one every day.
mm-hmm.
And then when COVID was over and life went back to normal, it's like.
That's why I'll never have the great leap forward in rolling stock that it did in 2020. It's
Exactly.
COVID. I was just
It was
designing
nice.
and designing, and then I built a fleet of freight cars finally, and then I haven't. I'll
really
probably never match. Yeah, I'll never match that again.
No.
Not that I want to.
No one will never match. That was a great time. Well, that was a terrible time.
We need a 3-month worldwide lockdown.
Yeah, we do.
Let people chill out for a while.
I think it's terrible and the tragedy of it, but it's
absolutely.
It's nice that it's highlighted that. It's actually nice to have more time to. I think everyone appreciated to an extent that it was just nice to sit down, build, go to work, and
just enjoy
have some proper time off.
Yeah, other things.
Oh, perfect. Cade, you'll be at the next meeting. Awesome. We'll talk about it then. I have a BR Class 35, LNER U1, LNER B1, and a Royal Scot. Nice.
Excellent.
They're very nice too, Seth. I have to eat lunch by. Yeah, I'm getting hungry too. I'm from the country Lego's from. Denmark. Woohoo. That's awesome. Hey, Benjamin.
Welcome to the stream. I don't think I've seen his name yet, so.
No. Welcome to the stream. Hypercat asks, something I hate about stealing singles are how people always say they look like Emily. Yeah. That's probably why I don't want to build another one.
Emily is a Sterling single. I mean, it's a neat looking engine, but come on.
Just can't escape. This is why I need to build more Australian trains. For this reason.
Get out of, can you build
Get
Thomas?
out of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you going to make any Australian trains? Well, I've got my sugarcane trains. I do want to try and maybe do the Apt Loco, which I think we talked about earlier, which is that Tassie one. So cool.
Mm-hmm. I probably won't make any Australian trains.
You probably won't know. That's all right. I get it. And I think we talking about the Pitchy Richie one, the 482. That's an awesome one. Like to do that.
Same with the bottom of the comments.
Oh, I can breathe.
I know. Lean back in the chair.
It's nice. I don't know what to do. I've just been taking apart old stuff from Brickvention that I still haven't got around to.
I've got received steam locomotive rods in the mail today, and I got one side on, and I'm just gonna. I Facebooked you a picture of what I've got.
I'll check it in a sec.
Yeah, I've got one side on. I'm gonna have to take all of them off so I can paint and repaint some of them.
Oh, that sounds fun.
These do work very, very well, and I am extremely excited about it.
Do they work as well when you paint them after, or do they get a bit,
honestly, they
just drill them out a bit?
On some of them, I do just to be a little extra sure, but these are working just as good, so I'm so excited. I've already showed you, but I've tried so much. I tried some
lot of trial and error.
Yeah, I tried some new techniques on these rods and the rest of the engine as a whole. But
yeah, I remember last time, I think you just had got the rods that you were trying out. One of them snapped, didn't they? And you were like, you were pretty flat. You were just there trying to keep going, and you just I could just see you just
Yeah,
like
I'm just deflated.
deflated because
Yep.
oh,
I
the
don't
weight
even
of
remember
it.
what model would that have been. That was last
I can't
stream.
remember. It was the one that I think someone guessed what it was, and then you were doing the rods, and one just snaps, and you were just like, "Oh man."
Honestly, what could that have been though?
I'll have to check. Honestly, couldn't tell you.
Honestly, when you have 6 steam locomotives in progress, I mean, it could be anything.
So you got 16 in progress.
6 steam locomotives in
Oh,
progress.
16, like yeah, that's
Yeah,
a
dude, if
lot.
I had 16 in progress, I'd never see the light
You'd be
of day.
bald.
I mean, if you
You'd be
want to get
bald.
technical, I've got probably a
So you got
double-digit number of projects in studio. But
yeah.
as far as physical models, I have 6 steam locomotives in progress.
So you got 6 in progress.
hmm
How many built that are not like done models?
6.
So you're gonna have 12 by the end.
No, they're all the same ones. So I've got 6 steam locomotives that are in either that they're just not done. They're physically started, but they're not done.
What about all the ones from like Brickmania?
Got all those done.
They're done.
Yeah. So you can't see it, but my prototype Mohawk is on my kitchen counter, which
Yeah.
is the one the one that I built and the one that I modified
Yep,
and the one
yep,
that I
yep.
use. And then I have my kit Mohawk in that big black
Shelf.
bin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the black bin with the yellow lid right there.
Yeah.
So I got that done. The
That's not
Brickmania
a very
the
nice
Brickmania
place to
box cars
put
in
such
there.
a beautiful build.
Well, I like my prototype one because that's the one that I toiled over, and that's the one that's
True.
built the way that I designed
The
it.
other one's just a stranger. It's just
Yeah, well, I
you
mean,
didn't. It's
I'm happy to have it.
a decoy.
I will say I haven't used it very much at all.
Can I tell you? I was
I've tuned the engine. I've tuned my prototype engine, but
yeah.
the prototype was mine. Like it's
So
just
though you got 3 done then, or
those
2 done.
two Mohawks.
2
So
Mohawks that are
those
done,
are done. Yeah, those are done. I mean,
and then
I don't.
6 whips.
Well, I'm not. Yeah, 6 whips. So the whips
Okay.
include one engine that needs artwork and connecting rods. The colorful one that we were talking about.
Yeah.
I have 2 on my bookshelf. One of them just needs a few printed parts and artwork done. The one on the upper shelf that you can't see needs a brick stuff lighting connector, and it needs a custom number plate. And then there's one kind of behind my head that needs to have the connecting rods painted, and it needs to get the electronics package installed. The one I have in front of me, I've got the chassis done. I'm tuning the rods. I've got the tender done, and I ordered parts for the boiler and the cab. And then it will need all of the finishing touches, detailing, electronics, and everything like that.
Jeepers. You got your work cut out for you. That's for sure.
I know, and that doesn't even include the rolling stock that I want to build.
That you need it. Yeah.
Yeah, so I've got.
Need.
I'll show you. Yeah, so in building this locomotive and designing it, I came up with 4 decent-sized Post-it notes filled with rolling stock models that I want to build. So
yeah, okay, so a lot.
Work cut out for me.
Do you still have the what was the first one you did for Brickmania? The
S160.
Yeah, do you still have that?
It's in that same black bin.
Oh, so you have 3 completed models.
Oh, I've got way more than that.
I just asked you before, and you said you only had 6.
I have
so you got 6 whips.
I have 6 models in progress. I
How
have
many
a lot
completed?
More I have no idea.
No idea how many locos you have.
I have no idea. A lot of it, like just rolling stock and steam locomotives. I don't know. I have a lot.
You just don't know because you have
when I go to
many.
When I go to a show, I have more than enough to fill that big old tub.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's I mean, yeah, true. But I was going to say before, actually, you got a question. Question for Glenn.
Am I a 444 or a 242? What does that mean?
What's your spirit train?
Which one do I like more?
What do you connect with?
What do I connect with?
Yeah. When you wake up in the morning, do you go, I'm a 444, or do you go 242?
Neither.
Oh,
I'm not
if you
building.
had to pick.
Oh, he's asking if I'm building either one of those. With the hints that I gave. So I mentioned 4 driving wheels.
Ah, okay.
Good. All right. Good observations.
He's on to you, Glenn. I warned you.
You'll just have to
He's
see.
not. You have to see.
You'll just have to see.
You'll have to see.
I mentioned 4 drivers, so
Yeah, you did.
I mean that seems to narrow it down a lot.
It does. What was I going to say? I was going to say I saw something the other day and I was like, oh, yeah, on Brickmania, I was thinking about buying something and it was like this World War II plane, but the shipping was like 150 US to ship to me. So I was like, nope.
Yeah, it's a pass.
It's a lot. I wish I lived in the States, but
there was
I
a lot
saw
of
they had a Mohawk for sale on the it was like one of the display models and they were selling it off.
The Vault model.
I was like,
for 4,000. I was about to mention that there was a lot of discourse that I heard when that was done. Just so everybody is aware, and I haven't
yeah, you need
completely. I haven't completely publicized the statement yet, but I've said it to other people before. If you guys are curious, I had no hand in the price point of the Mohawk. Any Brickmania kit that I've ever been involved with, I had no involvement with the price.
I'm sad that I didn't get the 1600.
The S160, yeah.
The S160. I should have got that because that was what 800 US.
It was
a lot, but it was a great
something,
model. I should have got it.
8 something US, dude. That S160, dude, it was a killer. I
love
doing that. We did so much with that engine, and I wish I would love to build I'd love to build a brand new one. Honestly, it's so much fun.
It was a perfectly built model, like perfect.
It perfectly suited what we were trying to do.
Oh yeah, in the brick, it just translated so well.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sad I didn't get that. But what was the retail price of the Mohawk?
It was 2,500 American.
That's a lot.
It is a lot. I had sticker shock when I saw the price, and I built the model. Like,
did you buy a kit or did they give you a kit? Assume you had to. There was some.
I won't elaborate. I won't elaborate on that.
Actually, no, you don't need to say that.
But it's a fair question. I'm just not going to answer it.
No, that's right.
Completely fine thing to ask. I'll just say I have my prototype Mohawk that I sweated over and toiled over and designed myself. I have the kit Mohawk. I'm very happy to have them both. I love doing it.
Can I ask? You built the first prototype. That was all you, right? Your parts.
Correct.
Give me if you want to, what do you think the average cost of the Mohawk cost you to build on your own?
Honestly, no idea. I never keep track of price when I buy parts for models, because it's if I start
figure. What do you reckon? 400?
No more than that.
You reckon?
I'd probably be like 5 or 6 if I had to ballpark it.
Parts or the custom parts?
Parts, Lego parts.
So that surprises me because it's a lot of black.
Well, it's very
parts intensive.
Generous.
I get that.
Yeah. So
plus motors.
No, you're probably more correct. I'd probably be 3 or 4.
I reckon 4 to 5.
Probably more. I'm
4 to 5 at least. Probably another 50 on third-party.
I bought. There's Brick Tracks wheels in there. There's BMR bearings in there. There's Big Ben
bearings.
It's got bearings on the pilot wheels and the tender wheels.
Man, oh man.
So yeah, that's retail price. That's
yeah. I mean,
a retail price for bearings. That's $28.
Yeah.
So
true.
And then
I need to get some more bearings, by the way.
Wheels from Big Ben Bricks. That's another 20.
Yeah. Again, because you got Big Ben as well. That's
2 L motors, 2 receivers.
Yeah. Okay. So maybe
that's up there.
So that's a huge markup for.
It is, but
again, they have to buy it in bulk.
Exactly.
And they got
Brickmania is a kit making business. They have 50 plus employees to pay.
It's
every
and well
single one
paid
of
too.
those
So
employees has a hand in the production of that kit. They had to pay me because that's fair.
obviously,
They had to, and they had the profit off of that. And the other side of that is that there is a lot of custom and aftermarket parts in there. Big Ben bricks, batteries, chargers,
it's a
printed
lot.
parts, 3D printed parts from Brickmania, 2 excellent Brickmania custom figures, and then the display stand, which includes 6 pieces of Lego track. That's $10
Exactly.
right
It's
there
like
at retail price. So
it's such a
I
bad.
mean,
And
I
they do
will.
need to make a big margin on it because it's again they're a small business,
They have, yeah, they're a
heaps of
small business.
stores, heaps of employees,
They have to get the return on it.
and
I mean,
there's nothing else like it that
it's
Lego can ever offer. So it's
exactly.
not like they got
It's
competition.
unfortunate for us. But I will always stand by the price of a Brickmania kit. Now, the vault thing is a little bit different, just because it's a way to get rid of a vault model. Think of that what you
Well, I
will.
think it was cheaper.
I get what they're trying to do. I get what
Yeah.
they're trying to do with it. I mean, you don't have to buy it. Like,
It's a one of a kind. If you
exactly. I mean, like, that's what they're marketing. And
Yeah.
if you understand that, it makes a lot more sense. But I mean,
for adult
nobody's.
builders like us, it's not totally unfeasible to attain.
It isn't.
It's
But I mean,
just,
like,
it's a lot.
nobody's saying you have to buy it either.
No.
Like,
Yeah.
nobody's saying,
It's a
nobody's
beautiful
forcing you
model,
to do this. I mean, like,
nonetheless.
I get the price points, the argument against the prices, but like, come
I
on,
know. Because again, I would love to have a few Brickmania models because I
Yeah,
love what they do. They
I
are
would.
awesome.
The only way I have the Brickmania models that I do. So by the way, there's a
You got a few, don't
Blackbird.
you?
There's a Blackbird right
The
there, and then the
Blackbird.
U2 spy plane right there. The only way that I have those is because I did the work with the
Because
Mohawk.
exactly.
Yeah,
God,
if I was not
the Blackbird
involved,
is
the Blackbird is so awesome, dude. It's. I'm gonna
Dang,
get
I
it
was
down.
looking on
I'm getting it
eBay
down.
for one to try and find one. It was like 4,000 AU, which is
I'm
probably
getting this down.
get it down, please. Oh, I'm so jealous.
This
Have we missed
was.
anything? Reading the chat.
I made a video of it, but I should get the black chair out of the way.
Man, look at that thing. It's huge. Look at the. God, it's such a nice build. Far out.
It's massive, dude. It's so intimidating.
Oh, man. You're lucky.
Yeah, I am happy to have this one.
That's a nice one to have.
It's the perfect piece for the top of my bookshelf.
Man. Has anyone else aside from Scott Nick made an LNER Atlantic? I always talked about doing one, but I never did. I don't know when he's going to release it. Nick. I think I saw a photo of it probably a long time ago. He's very busy, Nick. He works very hard. Super nice guy. Don't know when he'll release it. He's a perfectionist, Nick, and you can see it in his work.
Yes, he is. He is an
He's
excellent modeler.
Really great builder. Like a better builder than I will ever be.
I don't know about
we'll
that.
take the time. We'll not rush it. Hopefully he releases it soon. We'll have to see because it's amazing what he's done.
Absolutely is.
So hopefully we'll see that soon. 020. Is that what you're building, Glenn?
It's not what I'm building.
He's lying. I don't believe it.
A unicycle locomotive.
A unicycle. Is that a thing?
No.
There's the Sam. Have you ever seen Sam's trains? Like, I used to watch his videos. I don't really watch them anymore, but he did
I never subscribed to him.
He did like wagons where it was like just one axle and they would like balance on each other. It was kind of cool. It was funny.
That would be funny to build, but it's not.
Yeah, that would be fun to build.
Yeah.
Favorite wheel configuration. Sorry.
Favorite. If I wanted to just not care about what I built, I would do something like that.
I'm getting close to that. I want to do more fun wagons. Like I bought that stupidly ugly. You can probably you can see it. See the safari park, and it's got like the elephant. Like I just want to build like an elephant wagon, like a giraffe wagon.
Dude, I got
stuff like that.
I mean, I got this a while ago and I haven't done it, so I'm not probably never going to. But I got one of the Jurassic World sets out of like a lug
Yes.
support thing, and it had
Yeah.
like one of the dinosaurs in it. I'm like, yes, I'm building a dinosaur transport car, and
Yes.
I never
gonna
did.
happen. Never gonna happen. You so should though, like a giant, because you got the
Dude, like
just
if
a giant flatbed or something.
Yeah,
strap
just-
it down,
it would be fun.
dude.
It would be
You
fun.
got to.
We'll
That
see.
would be awesome. That'd be
might-
actually really cool to see.
Might crack it open one of these days. I don't know.
What else did I get? I got I wanted to do like a vent van, and then I had like these two little emu like with their heads sticking out. Like, how
That
cool
would be
are they?
awesome. That would be
Some-
awesome.
Something funny.
Yeah, just amusing. Because stuff like that will get noticed at shows. People will always point
yeah.
that out.
Always point. I spent so much time on that brick fencing layer, like heart and soul, and all the models that had the trains and everything in the station. You know
Mhm.
what was the number one eye catcher? Like everyone would talk
Yeah,
about.
something super gimmicky.
It was the chickens bopping up and down. They go, look at the chickens. The chickens are going up and down. I just feel like, yep.
Yeah.
They go, yeah, that's
Par
good.
for the course.
Move on. I was
Yep.
like,
That's great. Nobody
But the
cares
chickens-
about the Gresley
No.
P2 we got running around the layout. Nobody
No.
cares about that.
had the little award next to it, all that, blah, blah, blah. Look,
No,
chickens.
nobody cares. It's just the chickens. Yeah,
Chickens.
that's cool.
Yeah, cool. I'm like, okay,
Nice.
build more
I'm
chickens
quitting
next
building
time.
now.
Yeah. Or I think I had the Wolfmen as well. They were doing the
Yep.
on the, and again, same thing. I was like, what do you think of
Okay.
the train? They go, it's nice. I like the Wolfman. Yeah,
Every
that's-
time.
every time. Someone asked a question before, and I'm supposed to answer it. I forgot.
Wheel
It was about,
configuration?
I think it was about the Brick Train Awards, and they said, has
Brick
it
Train
already
Awards has
been
not
yet?
yeah, Brick Train Awards 2022 has not happened.
No, it hasn't.
Taking a hiatus. I want to judge this next year, whenever it is, and I
I'd
want to
like
be
to
the only
judge.
judge because I am going to be a difficult judge to please.
Oh yeah,
And I'm gonna try and convince Richard Carter and Enrico to let me solo judge the Americas or the North American.
Who would you
entries.
co-judge it with, Kale?
No, I would solo judge it because I know I think Kale wants to enter this next time.
Yeah, he should enter.
So yeah, he
He
definitely
needs
should.
to win something.
He definitely should. But yeah, I want to solo judge it because if there's any backlash about me not thinking digital models are cool, I'll shut them right down.
I love digital models. There's nothing wrong with
Digital models are nice, but
unless
digital
they're
models are nice.
ridiculously unfeasible and I'm like,
They have a place.
they got parts going in.
But
Unless-
I will not stand for an argument that says a digital model is as impressive as a finished built brick model.
No,
Because
Not
you
at
can
all.
do anything in digital. You can do whatever you want.
the
Money's
only thing
no
I got a
object.
problem with is when they merge parts and stuff, and it's like,
The only limitation in digital
except
is,
for rods, but
is what your computer can handle. That's it.
wow.
With a physical model, especially a model of a train, it is always more impressive if you build it physically.
Do you
There
think
was a
there's
lot
a bit
of-
of controversy that the last two
There
steam
was
trains?
a lot of backlash for some of the decisions that said
Yeah.
that they didn't care about digital entries, and hearing about it firsthand drove me far enough to say I'm going to make a case next
There
year
was
for just
some
banning digital
digitals
entries.
that won, not in the main categories.
They did, I think.
They'd never do something
And
where it really
if there-
needs to be
there's
non-digital.
Any digital modelers in the chat that are typing really long comments about what I'm saying, I build digitally, just so you know.
Yeah, he's
I
on
also
your
build
side.
I also
I'm
build
not. I hate it.
physically. I will not accept an argument that says the digital model is as impressive as the same thing built with physical parts.
Yeah.
Because it is.
I mean, yeah, it's. I'd like to judge it though. I should talk to Richard.
Yeah,
I mean,
you
I
should
don't
judge,
know when it's going to happen. I hope it happens
it-
soon because
It'll. There hasn't been a whole lot of conversation on it because
it got moved. I remember at the start of the year, didn't say they want to have it early, but then
yeah, well, there's not really a great. We were going to do it earlier in the year, and then I think we were going to try it again earlier this year, but then
it's a lot to
The-
manage. It's a
the
huge
driving,
competition.
the driving forces behind it just weren't
It's blown
interested
up.
at the time.
Yeah, especially
it
again
prob-
during COVID.
It'll
sort of one of
probably
those
happen
things.
again, but
I definitely think it will.
we'll just have to see.
It's been really good, I thought. The
Yeah.
last 2 years was
Oh,
the
yeah,
amount of models that
last-
just came out of the woodworks, like what?
Last year was incredible.
Amazing.
Last year was incredible. Absolutely outstanding.
And we
some of
both
the work
said
we
the
Oh, yeah.
T-file models was like the most impressive bit because I'm
The
like, if
T-fall
they're building this now,
the T-fall competition was some of
I'll
the
quit
most
YouTube.
incredible stuff I've ever seen.
so
There
good.
was so much in the T-fall categories that I was just wanted to say
You
I
could single
cannot.
out everything, but it's too
Yeah,
hard.
I know.
Because again,
I know.
it was,
Yeah, you nailed it.
yeah, too good. But it should happen again. I think
Yeah, I think
this
it
year
will.
definitely, hopefully.
Yeah,
And
we'll just have to see.
there's still October.
There is still October. That is
Still October.
I'm pretty sure that is going to happen this year.
Yeah,
Um,
hopefully.
yeah,
There's lots of fun stuff.
a lot to look forward to.
Did Lego did they sponsor the Brick Train Awards last year? No,
No.
they need to this year.
Yeah, it's just completely fan done. They won't. Well, they might, but
They might. I think they're starting to push out and branch a little more because it was very adult orientated, the awards, and they got the huge move at the moment to make the whole brand more adult orientated. So I think they should.
yeah, it could work.
Unlikely, but if we
Yeah,
reach out, maybe.
I mean, it's one of those things you never know unless you just send them an email. But
Yeah.
right
I
now
think,
we're not doing Big Train Awards right now, anyways. So.
No. I mean, I don't run it. I don't have any involvement, so I can't really speak on behalf of
I
them.
mean,
but
no,
I'd
I'm
like to.
my planned involvement is just purely judging. That's
Judging,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
I reckon we should both judge this year. That'd be fun. Because
You won last year, didn't you?
not last year.
You won the first year.
I won the fifth.
Yeah,
I'm
you won the
pretty
first
happy
year
with what I won.
with the P2, obviously.
I did. What did I do last year? I did.
You did
It was
that
the
big
one. It was
lime,
the
the lime green.
That's why I didn't
monster.
win. It was the monster.
Dude, I loved it. I mean,
It was fun. It was really fun.
yeah, it's one of those models you just go, I'm gonna run as far as I can.
I
with
wouldn't
this,
have
and
built it if it wasn't for the awards. Exactly.
I
Same
wouldn't
with
have
like
built-
the sugarcane and all that. Like
I wouldn't have built my 10-wheeler if it wasn't for the awards. I mean, I didn't win with my
Exactly.
10-wheeler, but even still, I'm glad to have that 10-wheeler now. I love it to death.
yeah, definitely. Let's do some questions. We've got a few. Is there a rough confirmed date for the completion of the LNER P2? Hoping to take a trip to England to see it.
I'm not the person to ask, and I have no
I
idea.
follow it
but I'm
pretty
also not the
close.
person.
And all I can tell you, it depends on a lot of things. So it's
I think
really
that
hard to say.
I'm pretty sure that their next thing is getting the cylinder castings.
Oh, they've done the castings. I'm pretty sure.
Have they? I mean, I don't know.
They've
I
done
haven't checked up on them in a while, but
no.
haven't checked up on them in a while. I remember I've seen CAD renderings of their cylinders, of the cylinder castings, and it looks incredible. But I haven't
I'm
seen.
pretty sure they have done it now. Like they've just got it done.
Hmm.
I don't know what the deal is on the boiler because they need the new boiler for Tornado as well. So
That's right. Yeah.
I don't know if they're going to use that boiler for Tornado and then postpone P2. So that's
Is
what
it
they
the same?
Really
Is
need.
it the same boiler?
Pretty much.
Hmm.
It's relatively close. You wouldn't think so, but
Yeah.
I mean the wheelbase is actually pretty close, like the size. It's
Yeah.
because it's a 462 and you take away the
Yeah.
But
Pennsylvania Road did that. I'm familiar.
yeah. That's it. So I don't know. Hopefully 2025, I think they want to get it done because they're having like it's like the inaugural something. They want to have it done by a certain time.
Done for some
to
event. That would
celebrate.
be cool.
Something like that. I hope it gets to. I'm sad because I just did my trip to London. I did a very short trip, which was a bit of a letdown because I went during the train strike. So I pretty much only did the one railway tour, which was the. What's my memory today? Jeepers. Something lined with the purple train. The Severn Valley Railway.
There you go.
Have you seen that purple train, Glenn?
I have. It's eye-catching.
It's eye-catching. I actually liked it. I thought it was pretty cool.
It's
and it's
neat.
a smart idea.
It is a very smart idea.
for a heritage railway to do that and get that much attention, and
It is. Yeah, they made it work.
people
I'm all
hate
for
it, but it's like
I know.
made heaps of money,
I mean, yeah.
so why not? That's
Why
what
not?
they need.
Exactly.
What YouTubers do you watch? What do you watch, Glenn? It's your kind of
All that I watch,
forte.
well, so I watch a bunch of different things on YouTube. Most of what I watch is just funny video game stuff, just because it's enjoyable, and I play it in the background
Yeah.
just while I'm doing anything around the house. I watch a lot of not a lot, but I watch a few like model building YouTube channels too.
Oh
And
yeah,
those videos I actually watch
Yeah.
because I'm interested in them. But
Luke Towan.
Luke Towan.
What
My
a man.
coworker and I bonded over him. We love that guy. He's incredible.
He's a pilot. He can build
know.
anything.
Pilot, model builder,
What can't he do?
dad.
Bottle flip challenger.
Yeah,
He's an awesome guy.
he's cool.
I'd say.
I wish he would post more, but I can obviously see why he doesn't.
Oh, you can tell why.
Yeah, I want him
I'm
to.
surprised he hasn't just done it full time now, but
Mm-hmm.
he obviously loves.
Well, yeah, he's
being
got
a
a
pilot.
million subscribers now plus.
Got all the sponsors in the world.
Yeah, seriously.
do anything.
NordVPN.
NordVPN.
Who do you
Got
watch?
sponsored 3D printers and whatever.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
Who
I'm
do you
probably
watch?
saying I like watching a lot of model builders. I like watching heritage railway stuff.
Of course.
I watch a few Lego builders, like Jang. I love Jang. You can't not love him. He's a trooper.
Don't think I know him.
You think you know Jang?
No, I said I don't think I know him.
You don't know Jang Bricks?
Who?
Jang Bricks.
I don't think I do.
Man, he's probably the biggest Lego YouTuber of all.
I'm not a Lego YouTube kind of person.
You're just not. So I sort of grew up on him, so I guess I've been coached into that. But what else? Cheesy Studios is really cool. I like Wardle Road. This guy in the UK does like 5-inch like stuff, and then he's like just bought a brake van and a vent van, and he's just like fixing it up. So he's got like this series of him just doing it one step at a time. It's awesome to watch. It's really good production quality too, and it's all him.
Neat.
So yeah, I love watching that.
That's awesome.
Stuff like that, I guess. Other Lego train builders.
There you go. I always watch
Bricks.
Sam's videos.
I always watch Glenn videos. There you go. Subscribe to both.
When I decide to upload.
Cade, agreed. A physical model is more impressive. Thanks, Cade. Ouch, Glenn. You're losing support. I always make sure my digital models can be replicated in the brick. That's fair enough.
Yeah,
The
it's
same.
something to be said for that.
Unless it's sort of like valve gear stuff, I mean, and you're just mapping it out. Sometimes helps. Rarely do, though. I'm for sure entering the Blue Goose Eye
Into
Brick Train Awards next year.
Do it.
Do it, please.
You'll take T-Fall entries by storm.
Next year, this year, hopefully.
Yeah, next year, this year. Next time.
I hope to enter one of the T-file models, but I'm not sure if they have separate categories for the A-files.
I forget. I don't think that we did last year. They did last year.
Did we do T-files last year? I thought there was.
I think it was just best everything and then just best T-file model, and the T-file model could have been anything.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I think
pretty much should be just A-file and T-file together. I mean, we don't need to separate them because if a T-file is better than an A-file, who's to stop them?
A lot of times.
A lot of times, better than me.
Yeah, I already feel like I'm an over the hill old man in this hobby. I'm 26 years old.
Scary rate.
I know.
22 and I feel 30.
That's right.
Thoughts on Australia's first streamliner? Is that the first class? It's the blue one, yeah.
I do like that one just because it looks a lot like the Crusader.
That's Alex's one. That's sick. That's really cool.
It's a nice looking engine.
Very nice. I've always wanted to do a streamlined American loco, like something from like
Do it.
is it Ray Lowy?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
love his work.
Do it.
Really cool. I should. But what should I build?
I've still got my old streamlined K4.
Is that the green one? Oh, I love
Yeah,
that
the
one.
green one. I've got that in
And the green one. Where's the
one
blue and
of
grey
one of these clear bins here. It's in there.
That's like one of my favorites. I need to
Still
sneeze.
got it. I'll dig it out and make a display piece out of it at some point. I'll take all of the
Whoa.
I'll take all of the expensive electronics out of it, and then I'll make a display piece out of it.
Display it. It has to be. I love that one. I love
Nice.
Where's the grey and blue one? Have you still got that? Please tell me you do.
Yeah, I still got that. It's in probably that same bin back there.
Do you run it still, or?
No, I don't, dude. It's probably mostly just because I don't go to shows, and if I'm at shows, I'm going to run the new good stuff. Because those are all of those are 2016 or older.
Still awesome.
Yeah, it's before my comeback with 13 and everything since then in 2019 and forward.
Yeah, I mean, how old are you? 22.
I'm 26.
26. Trying to figure out how to build the curved cab on the velocity rail car. What's that? I need to Google that because.
Is that like a DMU?
I'm guessing rail car.
Oh, SIR 620. That's the one that looks like the Pennsylvania T1.
Which one?
I'm going to guess South Australian Railway 620. It's a 484, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, nice. The velocity rail car. That's a tricky one, Cade. It's very super smooth, but it's very flat fronted. That's not a word, is it? Fronted? No. We'll talk about that at the meeting.
There you go.
That's a tricky one. There you go. I've recently rewatched my childhood faves, The Trouble with Trains. Oh, we all grew up on that.
Oh my goodness, what a throwback.
Oh, I think hang on.
That's the original Trouble with Trains is
little,
part of, oh my word, the Little Western.
Little Western.
The original Trouble with Trains video is part of what got me into doing YouTube and
yeah. I would not have been either a Lego fan or a YouTube fan if it wasn't for those.
Imagine being Matt and being responsible for so many people's introduction into the hobbies.
So many people.
Like
90%
of
three,
people.
Really.
Yeah.
Stop motion, animation, trains,
Lego. Yep. Imagine being that big of an influence. I'll never know what that's like.
Crazy, really.
It is.
In the heyday.
I know.
There was no ads. When YouTube was a little TV.
That's right.
It was a little TV.
That's right.
Oh. Yeah, no, they were goodies.
They were good.
I think I talked to him probably a year ago now, and he said he is working on the new ones.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he still is. I mean,
no idea. I know he's busy with life stuff too. He's also building 00 scale models.
Yeah, he builds a lot of. I follow him on Twitter. He does a lot of that stuff.
He does a good job on those too.
He does a good job. Not for me, but
trains. So
trains. Well, he does a lot of the other stuff, Glenn.
Mm-hmm.
The T word.
Yeah.
But I like his narrow gauge stuff. He does a lot of cool narrow gauge stuff.
Yeah, he's just a good modeler.
He is a very good modeler. But he's a good animator, and he should start animating again.
I would love to see more videos from him.
Well, he said, oh, yeah, I was. Yeah. Well, let's hope. Fingers crossed.
Mm-hmm.
Good guy.
Very.
Yeah, going to be a pain, but it would be cool. We'll chat about it then. Perfect. Well, I don't know about you, Glenn, but I'm getting a bit hungry because it's about lunchtime, and
it's 11:37 p.m. here.
Oh, you ought to go to bed.
I might. It's Saturday, so I'm usually just staying up watching YouTube right now, anyways. So
that's it, catching up.
Yeah, I know.
Actually, we got to ask the question because this is the only reason why I decided to stream with you today.
I know. I read your stream description.
What's
The
the
answer
answer,
is
Glenn?
the answer is no. Still haven't. I did not too long ago. I did rewatch Jaws though.
Oh, well, I'm happy about that then. That's okay. I'll
Yeah.
forgive you for that, but it's about time to watch Back to the Future, mate.
I got one for you. All right, so I got two for you. You like
two
war?
for me,
You like
and I
war
bet I'll
movies?
watch them.
Like war movies?
All right. I love a war movie. That's all right.
All right. So first recommendation is an older one. It's called The Dirty Dozen.
I have been meaning to watch The Dirty Dozen, but I haven't watched it as yet, so I will
It's
watch that.
a good one. It's late 1960s, so
I'm okay with that. That's me.
Take that for what it's worth, but it's a good one. It's a good watch.
Nah, I'm on Dirty Dozen. Done. And
There you
another.
go. Second one is if you have Apple TV, which you might not, subscription to Apple TV.
I think I might, yeah.
But if you do, Greyhound with Tom Hanks is spectacular.
I have heard a lot of good things about Greyhound. Okay.
So yeah, he plays a Navy captain, and they're getting across the Atlantic in World War II. Absolutely spectacular film. That's probably
Greyhound.
top.
Yeah, no,
top,
I have heard about
10
Greyhound.
Top
Okay.
10 for me.
Greyhound, Dirty Dozen. Yours, Back to the Future.
Yep, obviously.
I don't think it'll happen.
The second one's Back to the Future 3.
Yeah. What's the number?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it probably won't happen, but
probably won't happen. It better happen.
It'll happen eventually.
This podcast, it's like every time we ask the question, and if you haven't watched it, haven't watched it, but we'll just keep going till you have.
Yeah, that's the meme of the podcast is just I still haven't watched Back to the Future.
And then one day when you go, I've watched it, we'll be like, well, we're done here.
Just no more live streams.
We came what we're here to do, and that was to get you to watch Back to the Future.
And we'll just never stream again and never talk to each other anymore ever. And
I'll just destroy the whole YouTube channel, take it down.
Mine too. Just no reason
It'll all
anymore.
be here, and I'll be okay with that.
Yeah, just memories from then on out, and that's it.
The Railway Children. I've never seen The Railway Children. Haven't done
That's an English series, isn't it?
There's a series of movies. I don't know.
Pretty sure.
Haven't done that.
I haven't seen it.
Haven't seen it, but maybe.
Yeah,
maybe
when I watch Back to the Future.
Then we'll start a new YouTube channel.
That's right. We'll just become movie reviewers. That's how you're gonna rebrand, Sam. You're gonna become a movie reviewer.
We'll be film critics by the end.
Yeah,
of this,
exactly.
Sure.
We'll just be film critics, and I'll stream with you every time we do. So
yeah, and we'll be like, Glenn, have you seen this movie? No.
Nope.
End of stream.
And then we'll just review it. Yeah, exactly. Hey guys, how's it going? Today we're going to discuss.
Today we're reviewing The Railway Children.
Yeah, new film, the Railway Children series. I haven't seen it, so thanks for watching, guys. We'll talk to you next week.
We'll talk to you next week when he's seen it. He might not have by that time, but
yeah, then just next week. Hey guys, we're reviewing The Railway Children. All right, Glenn, did you watch it? Nope. All right, we'll see you next week.
See you next week. Thanks for tuning in.
Every episode. Now the cool thing about it would be is that we just don't re-record the video. We just upload the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, see, people notice after a while.
Yeah, they might, but
yeah. See, look, Kay's like, still not seen it, Glenn. Come on, man. People want you to see it. That's why they're here. They don't want our 2 cents on Lego train building.
Sam. I gotta keep the streams alive.
All right,
what am I gonna look for? So if I watch Back to the Future when we don't stream anymore,
what would we talk about?
Exactly. What would I look forward to at that point?
Yeah, that's fair call, actually.
Delete the old channel and never build Lego again.
Go back to 9-volt.
That's right. I do it. You want that to happen?
I want that to happen. All right. There we go, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Good stream, everyone. Thanks for your questions and tuning in.
Well over 2.5 hours. We'll do this again for sure.
We'll do this again. Maybe next time we'll do it. Glenn will give him the morning run and I'll do the night shift. So that way,
quite possibly,
it'll probably in the UK will be able to watch it. Yeah.
Yeah. It'll probably still be over Saturday, Sunday. It's because
something like that.
Yeah,
that's when's best. Perfect.
Yeah.
All righty.
All right, guys.
Thanks, everyone. See you later. Perfect. Ciao. What do I do? Do I say ciao? Do I just say bye?
Bye.
I'll do it in broadcast. See you, everyone.
See you later.
Bye.